Welcome everyone to Heroes Lounge S Division. I'm your caster Bahamut. On the left hand side we are going to be having Close to Death, and on the right is going to be Revive Esports. As I said, this is an S Division matchup for Heroes Lounge, so this is going to be a best of 5 series. If you're wondering what some of the bans were before we get into that, I can get you that update right now. Let's go ahead and take a peek at those really quickly. We did have Garden of Terror, which I don't have a little thingy for, so we'll just have to remember that. Garden of Terror was banned up by the members of Close to Death. We had Battlefield of Eternity banned by the members of Revive Esports, and Alterac Pass is going to be map number 1 chosen by the members of Close to Death. Go ahead and get back into our draft. As we can see that a Zeratul and Samuro have been banned out. Not going to be wanting to deal with that Samuro whatsoever. And Chromie going to be taken out. Is it only one match tonight? Yeah, Beantot? I'm probably saying that wrong. Beantot, yeah, I just have the one best of 5 match this evening. I've got some family in town, so we're going to do this, and I'm going to go spend some time with them. And then tomorrow I'm going to pick up more games. I don't know what games, but I'm going to be picking up some games for tomorrow. Figure that out later. Abathur, Zeratul going to be banned out here. Samuro and Chromie from the side of Revive Esports, and a first pick Maiev very quickly coming out on the side of Revive Esports. Close to Death and Revive, very, very strong teams. I've actually gotten to see a lot of Revive play the past few weeks here in different leagues, as well as even on this channel too. my mom got Bandit, like a new stuffed animal, and he's just like carrying it with him from room to room. It's adorable. Beantot. Oh, yes. Welcome, Beantot. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Yeah, we just have the one best of 5 this evening, just because be spending some time with my family. You know, came all the way out here. Of course I'm going to spend some time with them. Maiev, Abathur, and Tyrande going to be picked up by the side of Revive Esports. Hanzo and Diablo for Close to Death. What do we get here? Fan phase. They should be able to choke out something in the solo lane. Looks like they're going to go for a little bit of that poke wave clear, as well as that spread damage that Kael'thas can provide. Not wanting to deal with that on the side of Close to Death. Now, Revive Esports, Close to Death needs actually a support, and they could choke this out. Something like an Alexstrasza Stukov, not a bad idea. Actually, an Ana ban would be great here. Ana with the Nano Boost, or even Eye of Horus is extremely strong. Nano Boost onto the Diablo with the Lightning Breath is just, it's increasing the spell power of Lightning Breath dramatically. Yeah, this makes complete sense. Also, you can throw that Biotic Grenade, and then if you have the 20 upgrade for the Nano Boost, Nano Infusion if I'm not mistaken, it's 50% of the spell damage done, which the spell damage is increased by 30% already. 50% of that damage done is going to heal the target. So she throws the Biotic Grenade on Diablo, he throws out Hellstorm, that upgrade onto Lightning Breath, and just sits there and heals and deals damage. It's a really good combo. Nice job taking that off, and that's going to be a Genji Lucio. We actually get to see reworked Lucio is coming to this game with a brand new skin as well. I'm very excited about this. We're going to be checking out and peeking at what talents are going to be picked up there as best as we can. Okay, cool. Sorry, the admin got back to me. Lucio and Chromie are absolutely up for play. It's different leagues have different rules when it comes to these reworks, so one league is currently not permitting Lucio and Chromie for maybe the couple weeks or something. I don't know. Raynor and Urel will be picked up on the side of Revive Esports. Urel for that solo lane is going to be really strong. I think she's great in the dive with a Nubrak, as well as the Ardent Defender is a great way to have a panic button in a sense for when things go wrong. Hanzo, Diablo, Genji. A lot of dive coming out. They've got their healer. They don't have a solo lane to go into that Urel. They could actually go for Maltheo. Wouldn't be horrible. The Last Rites is pretty strong in this situation. We could see something like a Tychus or a little bit of poke, but we're going to get the Imperius. Okay. Imperius into Urel is not something I've gotten to see yet, so we'll see how that's actually going to be working out for them. But I think for a first draft here for game number 1 between these two teams, this is a really, really good draft for both. I think kind of everybody got what they wanted. That Lucio, I'm excited about this Lucio, mostly because I haven't gotten to see it yet, and I'm wondering what the impact level is going to be on the team with just a rework like this. And will the enemy understand how to play against that new Lucio, or is it going to be something where they're going to be a little worried, confused, and maybe there's some trickery that can be pulled out from the members of Close to Death? We'll find out, but we are going to load into Alterac Pass in just a second. And really quickly, I want to say thank you to everyone who's hanging out, watching the game, cheering on, supporting, lurking. Thanks for hanging out. Just the Abathur one I include. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I just wanted to double check. Apparently my phone is thinking that I said its name. There's so many pings, honest to God. Okay. But yes, thanks for hanging out. If you are enjoying the stream so far, or you enjoy it down the road, please go ahead and hit the follow button. You can know when we go live. I do a lot of casting on this channel, and on Sundays I'm doing casting for the Testbook Collegiate series over on the Blizz Hero channel with Jhow, which has been a lot of fun. We have week number 5 coming up. Oh my god, we're already week number 5 into this 8-week process. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Hey, Weenus, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I need to get at you. I need to get at you about some map stuff. But thanks for coming by, bud. Thanks for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. I'll bug you about it on Saturday during D&D. I can't wait. Alright, we're having game load? Like, we're perpetually stuck on... There we go. Okay, I just had to shame it on stream, and then it's going to start working. But thank you all for hanging out. Thank you once again for Bits of Weenus. And we're going to go ahead, get into this game number 1. Once we get the last player loaded in here, there we go. And here we go. Game number 1, on the left-hand side, we're going to be having the members of Close to Death, with Red Robot going to be on the Diablo, Huberman will be on the new Lucio, Cookie Man going to be on that Imperius, Bloodsplat will be on the Hanzo, Keenan will be on the Genji. That's going to be the members of Close to Death. Get at me anytime. Oh, I will, Weenus. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Revive Esports, with JTR going to be on the Anubrak, Funbuns will be on that Maev, Tempest will be on the Tyrande, Fats is going to be on the Rainer, and Groman. I always mess up that name. I said a thing is like Gromanen for a while. I think it's Groman is going to be on the URL. Hey, Kaimo Chipson. Hey, thanks for coming by, bud. Go Sports. Exactly. Go teams. Go S Division. So Lucio is going to be going into the Accelerando at level 1. So the worldwide movement is going to increase the bonus gradually. So that's going to be the same level 1 we used to always see from Lucio's. That was at least that was always the level 1 that I picked up. Durell's going to be splitting off into that top lane here. Just going to be going ahead and soaking that up as best as she can by herself. We do have Cookie Man and Keenan sitting in this bush, maybe waiting for a rotation. They do see Hooperman in this lane, which is a bit of a bait, but this is only going to be a Genji and an Imperius, which they actually pulled them in. They dodged the dive with the Celestial Charge went at the same time as the Burrow Charge. Either these teams timed that out so well, or it just perfectly happened together there. Just go ahead and check in on mid lane, as it looks like Diablo's going to be up in that top lane. Bit of an interesting lane layout for the members of Close to Death, as we are going to be having Diablo soloing top in a sense. Lucio and a friend are going to be splitting off and grabbing the siege camp. We can see Maev on the right hand side is doing that exact same thing. It's very important to make sure you grab these timings. We noted this before in our Sunday cast, is because when that first objective does pop up, you can then rotate off a little bit in, or right as it's spawning, to grab the siege camp once again. And if your enemy team has to respond to it at a point, that ends up splitting them away from the objective or from their friendly team, and then you can either take an engagement or you can just take over the objective. It's a really, really good tool to force your enemy team. It's much like how we see on Infernal Shrines or Battlefield of Eternity when you grab the Shaman camp, which will always push unless it's kind of deterred or there's catapults pushing into it or whatever, but usually it wins over the lane quite well, and so that's just the kind of same premise of this null camp. Overall, I really, really like how we're starting out here between the two teams. 3-3 in levels. I'm getting pinged. Oh, okay. Sorry, so was pinging me to say, hey, the rule set on the website's always up to date. And I was like, okay, I just wanted to make sure that the rule set on the website was basically up to date, because I wasn't 100% sure on that. Let's go ahead and take a peek into top lane, as Red Robot is going to be going into Groman. And this is an interesting matchup. Diablo into Urel. I was thinking that we'd get the Imperius, but excuse me, in mid lane we have Hanzo going down as they push quite hard into this on the side of Revive Esports. Cookie Man going to get body blocked a little bit. Nice use of the Celestial Charge over the wall there. That's a great adaptation with that. When Imperius first came out, I was like, is that a bug? Because it was like someone Celestial Charged over the gate trying to chase an enemy team member, and it was, yeah. Yo, not insane. How you doing? Thanks for coming by, bud. Nice rare parrots. I love that. Okay. I'll respond to them afterwards, but it's no big deal. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have any rules that messed up the matchups. That was the big thing, because I'd hate to have any sort of, like, we get through the match or halfway and then someone, like an admin pops in and they're just like, wait a minute, no, you can't do that. It's like, oh, wait, we just played 2 games like this. Like, oh, no. So just got to make sure that we're always on top of the rules. Anyways, objective will be popped up at this time. No one going for it just yet. Fats is going to be taking a lot of damage here. Tempest is going to try and help out, but this is going to be the slowing kind of muck. And now Keenan is going to be diving out. That is going to be the burrow out from Anubrak to make sure that they don't dive any further. You can see Maev in the top right of our map here, or the right side of our map, is going to be grabbing that camp as mentioned before. They have the channel onto this on the side of Close to Death. They push them out, but here's the thing. Mid lane now has pressure that will need to be addressed. They can start to push into this with their 7s as well. JT are going to be stepping up with the friendly members as well. They have the channel from Tempest that is going to be in... Oh, the Solarian Flame is going to stall it out, but they actually have the minions channeling this. Red Robot's taking a lot of damage. I don't think that Diablo has souls yet. And that will be Diablo going down. Cookie Man taking a lot of damage too. They take out the Imperius as well. And the retreat comes out, but they're trying to boostio their way out of here and manage to get over the wall. They'll get the channel from JTR unless there's an interrupt from Keenan, but it's not going to be happening. And that's just going to be... Sorry, I was just like, did he just reverse amp? I was like, wait, they don't even have 10s yet. Okay, we do have Off the Wall for Lucio. Just taking a peek at what they're doing right now, just trying to get that channel up as well as get the... so it is reverse amp, basically, but it's not a heroic anymore. All right, we'll take a peek at that a little bit later, but we have an engagement starting to pop up here over this point, and a lot of damage is going to be coming out. That's going to be just Tyrande healing up so well through this. Superman doing the exact same thing, and they're just wall riding and boostioing forward, and Funbun's taking a lot of damage. The whole members of Revive Esports are getting very low. They need to retreat out of this. Nice knockback from Fats, and Genji dives out on the left side of the screen there. Fats taking so much they end up going down, and that will be only 1 kill, and now they actually ended up getting the charge in favor for the members of Revive Esports, losing that Rainer who stalled that channel out, or at least the aggression out for a couple seconds there. We do have Hooverman trying to get the friendly members healed up here as they prep for the first objective. Bottom lane is really well stacked up. These towers are going to do some decent damage to these spearmen, I guess you could call it. Not so much archers per se, but now we have a lot of the members focusing bottom lane since mid lane Ford is already gone. They'll let that naturally push out, and it's going to maybe get some front gate of that mid lane keep, but I don't think it's going to be taking it down a keep. Although we have Funbuns trying to get some damage in here, going to be diving forward. Bloodsplat is the target. Nice Umbral Bind to deny the agility over the wall, and Tempest is going to be the new target coming out from the members of Close to Death. Keenan is so very low, and they end up finding death themselves. Tempest stays alive, and so does Funbuns, and now JTR and crew have reassessed and pushing in on this, and they'll go ahead and take this out. They've got a minion wave. Urel's going to be doing a little bit of double duty. Diablo is going to be defending top lane. Looks like mid lane, as I said, is going to take out maybe a front gate. They've got that Reaver minion here and there to help out a bit. Now bottom lane, they want to open this up, and it's not bad at all. Periodic Catapult's going to be going over in their favor, and now we have the dive over. So much focus onto the Hanzo. They get the kill right there. Cookie Man uses a Celestial Charge to get over the wall, and that's going to be 10s picked up on the side of Revive Esports. Oof. A lot of aggression, a lot of big plays coming out from that first objective. We can actually take a peek at some of the XP numbers coming out so far, as 10s are going to be seen up above us in the bracket, so we can look through all the other ones. Yo, Leviathan, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate that support, my friend. I will resend your alert when we get out of this, and also thank you for the words of encouragement. That is going to be the bottom lane boss picked up, and top lane boss is actually going to be just kind of rushed out at this point. Sentinel goes out from bottom to just scout this out. They know that they're going to be up here because they haven't shown across the map very much, and it at least just shows them how much of the boss was left. They do rotate over, grab the siege camp. They know that they can grab this without any contest because they have to rotate all the way up from that top lane area. I'm waiting for that one minion just to hit Cookie Man and stop that Hearth back, but now they've got the camp pushing in through mid lane. They've got a boss in bottom. They'll have to deal with their top at some point, but it seems like Revive Esports wants to go and try and take a keep with this boss, as well as that Reaver minion stacked up in the wave. That Reaver minion, as I said, they don't have catapults in this map. They're going to be having the Reavers instead, which they still siege really, really strong, and they will naturally win out. They can rotate into their mid. The null camp is fairly strong. As I said, they've got a catapult Reaver here. Yo, Nem Avenger, what's up? Thanks for coming by. I actually confused you over the weekend. There was someone I think called Nerd Avenger, and I said Nem Avenger like midway through a cast to fight, and I was just like, oh wait, no, that's not that's not the right player. And even I think it was even J-How was just like, yeah, I know that. I get you right there. I know exactly who you're talking about. Sentinel does come out. They will scout out a couple people in mid here. Genji's still not showing, but this will be the null camp picked up in favor for the members of Revive Esports to be able to push that in through mid lane, and the objective now up. It does go up in 10 seconds of charge time in total every single time it comes up on the map. So first one's 30, second one's 40. We have the initial charge coming out from the Genji. It is going to get stalled out a little bit. Maiev going to be trying to stall out as well. We also do see the I was going to say Tyrande. We see the Urel sitting in that bush just above them. Scatter arrows coming out. They need to deal with mid. Once they show in mid, they can either take a fight or aggress over to the other side. Looks like 13s aren't too far off either, and they're waiting for that, but a lot of the waves aren't pushed in their favor. Could go for this camp on the side of close to death, but if you go for that, it might show way too long, or just not being on the map for that long, they might end up aggressing and taking this over, as well as with that 13 talent tier. Hanzo gonna scout it out. Doesn't have the full, what you would call Hanzo build, the simple geometry build where you can burn through camps and stuff, but still going to be having some help from the friendly team, and you can see it already. They know that they're not showing up. They know that they're on something else besides this. They have also got that 13 talent tier, so they can push in with that 13 over the enemy team. It's not going to be the biggest power spike, but it still is. We actually have Lucia going for the high five as well, but that's going to be Imperius going down here. Maybe looking for that little burst in heal as well as the cleanse. I like that. I think that's a really, really cool talent. I'm excited to see what kind of value they get with that. Sentinel goes out. They're just going to check out the lanes, but this is going to be charge over in favor for Revive Esports, and they'll be able to push this out. The only thing is like, I say push it out, but look at bottom lane. Genji and Hanzo have come down here to push this out so far. Rel's going to be coming down, but now this means that the objective does need to push out through this entire wave. Same thing with mid, same thing with top. Top is about equaled out. They grab their null camp in this top right position here. They're just looking to just have some extra applied pressure. Mid lane opened up, bottom lane as well. Top lane has really well fortified, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be the main source of the their targeting on the side of Revive Esports. Nice use of the Sonic Arrow, going to be connecting right onto a archer right there. In it safe. They're looking for that 13 before they go in for another engagement, just poking out here and there. Fire stomps to just whittle down this wave, as well as get that little bit of experience. They find their 13s. Now Hanzo and crew. That's going to be the Hyperion coming out. Nice use of that. Will siege in fairly well. Funbun's not going to be able to get a target just yet. Hyperion now over the keep is going to be taking out that well. Keenan looking for an angle with that Genji. He's going to be trying to dive in on this, but that keep is quickly getting shredded. Bottom lane now has crashed in as well, so they rotate down here. Hanzo with the agility over the wall so they don't get caught out. That's going to be Red Robot targeted. Nice use of the scatter arrow as well from Hanzo for some poke damage, but that is going to be mid lane fort absolutely, or excuse me, bottom lane fort absolutely destroyed. This objective is fairly strong. They could try and push in with this, but looks like Revive Esports are going to play it safe. They're going to back off, and they're just going to go for the fort in top lane. Yeah. That objective was pretty strong. They could have fought with that and under it and maybe got some kills and pushed in for core, but seems like they just want to play this a little bit slower. They're going to go ahead and grab that top lane fort as said before. Boss is going to be up in 30 seconds. Bottom lane boss isn't too far off either, as these were picked up almost simultaneously. Now they have bottom lane consistent and mid lane consistent Reaver pressure that's going to be coming in. You can see these Reavy boys are going to be pushing down the lane, heading this up, and just making it a little bit more difficult for the members of Close to Death. The Sentinel does come out. They scout them out over this camp. They do it themselves on the right-hand side. You can also see that the bottom lane has just reassembled down here, and that is going to be where the next objective is. 16's not too far off. They rotate down here, and these safe rotations, I really like these. Now, once they go for this clear, they'll have a little bit of vision for the enemy team, but you can see Boss is up. They're going for it. Both teams, maybe. I thought I lost audio there for a second, but it's just the two teams are so far away. Zoom in. 16s are here, and they have to know that they're on this camp. Sentinel goes out. And this is real risky here. Oops. Yeah, they back right out of there. They're like, we don't have the talent here. The Hyperion comes out as well. This is going to zone out. Now they're going in for the fight. Cookie Man looking for the dive into the backline. Genji with the Dragon Blade. That's going to be the Vault of the, or excuse me, the Warden's Cage, but that's going to be Tyrande, first one to go down in this fight, and the boss is actually picked up. Bloodspat steals it away. That's going to be Raynor going down, Maiev going down, and now it's going to be a lot of damage onto just these two main tanks. Diablo with the Shadow Charge stops them from getting away, and that's going to be JTR able to just die. I meant to say not able to get out of there, but for some reason words don't come to me correctly. But that is going to be a huge boss steal in favor for the members of Close to Death. That high five from Huberman in that fight was so good. Now that actually puts them right into that 16 range. Every 15 seconds he can do that. I was wondering how much he could do it. And he's going to be healing right now for 469. Nice. Bottom lane fort does go down. Objective is up. You can see Huberman with the channel. The Cookie Man is going to go ahead and get the kiting onto these side minions, or these ads, I think you could call it. I don't know WoW terms. I'm doing my best here. We do have Urel sitting on this top bush. Mid lane is going to be cleared out by that Genji, and this channel is going to be interrupted by the minions. As I noted before, the channel is going to go up by 10 seconds every time, so 50 seconds currently, as the first one was 30, last one was 40. Gone up by 10. Urel is going to still be in this top lane, making sure this isn't going to be pressured up too much. The team can rotate in. They've got... Overall, the members of Revive Esports are going to naturally win out the lanes consistently because of the periodic Reaver minions in top, as well as the consistent ones through mid and bottom. Now, they did grab this null camp on the left-hand side, but it was the same thing was done on the right. That will be crashing in mid in a minute here. It seems like they want to try and go for a fight, or at least push out this bottom lane. Keenan going to be diving in onto Fun Buns here. We have a bit of a split, and so they just go ahead and back out. Hanzo with the arrow over the wall just to get some extra vision with that that Sonic arrow. I was gonna say Sentinel arrow, and we're just combining talents at that point. This sharking around right now, it's so nerve-wracking between the two teams. Looks like they're gonna show in mid for the clear potentially. Cookie Man in the bush. Both teams setting up for this. Hanzo with some nice clear as well. Sonic arrow out once again just to get the vision. 29 seconds has been put through on the right-hand side camp here in favor for the members of Close to Death. Fun Buns gets the Warden's Cage. That will be the Shadow Charge onto one. Keeps him in there. Follow-up Lunar Flare. They're trying to get out onto this Diablo. Hyperion comes out as well. That will be the Shadow Spark. Lightning Breath out from that Diablo. Fun Buns is trying to make their way out of here. Angelic Armaments is going to be used. That is going to be Genji going down in the right side of the map here, and that's now going to be 1 for none, and they start to turn around. Raynor is going to be Shadow Charged into the wall there. Do they have enough damage onto Red Robot? They have the... oh, I thought they had the channel there for a second, but Maiev is trying to get these Fan of Knife resets. Red Robot is going to be chased, but the Righteous Hammer doesn't connect. They just go ahead and use the Divine Steed and just get right out of there. Whew. Yo, Plur Ninja, what's up? Channel is going to be going through. Top lane is going to be mounted up, so it looks like with the fight that we just had, they're going to just back off and say, you know what, we're just going to give this over to you. We don't have our Genji. They are back up now. They could make a contest for this. There's still 20-some seconds left on the channel. They're grabbing this null camp. It's not going to be stolen away from them. Go ahead and pulled away the talents here as they're going to be invading once again onto this team. Genji looking for an angle. That's going to be Red Robot with the Shadow Charge in. That's going to be Maiev getting some damage out as well. We currently have just everything being used here. The Angelic Armament that is also going to be Urel is staying alive. Genji trying to get these resets after resets with the Dragon Blade, and now they start to chase this Urel, and that is going to be the Hanzo with the steal of the kill. 1.9 seconds were left on this camp over here. 1.9. If they had drawn out that fight a second longer, that would have done it. As I said before, the Reaver minion does a lot of good damage into this core. You can see it tanks so much while the rest of the minion wave gets damage in. The nice thing to note on the side of Close to Death is, you can see it in a second, once it gets to that middle point and it goes ahead and stands there for a second, the health bar is already going to shoot up instantaneously. Now, we have objective popping up in favor for the members of Close to Death. Able to push this through the lanes and potentially take out quite a bit. This is 17 minutes into the game. 20 talent tier is here as well for the members of Close to Death. They don't have that for the Revive, and they're going to need to find half a level. As the other thing, too, is the lanes are so far pushed out that they can't really wait for a wave to crash into them, so they're going to have to bank on getting it through this objective, pushing down the lanes. CO's taken here. Slip. That's pretty. I think that hasn't changed really. Hitting here with basic attacks, reduce the MP up by 0.45 while riding Crucifix. Nice, okay. And then what do we have at level 20? House Party. For each ally affected by crossfire, gains 10%. Oh, that is... I remember looking at that and being like, that is very, very good. Hanzo actually going to be going for the bullseye. That's a big talent. That Genji Dragon Blade? Yeah, I agree. That Genji Dragon Blade got so much value. He actually went for the Dragon Becomes Me at level 20 as well, so he has that upgrade. And all the heroics are off cooldown. Hyperion's going to be coming out here. 20s are not here just yet. They are going to be finding it through this Hyperion and this defense, but that is going to be bottom lane still pressuring up. Top lane is very, very healthy. They've got a lot of members down here on the side of Revive. This keep is getting very low. Maiev might have the blink forward. They're not going to be using it. Lucio just going to be making their way out. They clean out the bottom lane, and now they need to focus on top as it's sieging in fairly hard. Toronto did go for the upgrade on the Shadow Stalk. We're going to be having a new Brack with the Rewind. We have the Shadow Orb Strike for the Maiev. Seraphim is going to be for the Yrel, and Execute is going to be for that Reyna. Let's go ahead and take a peek into bottom lane. There was a little bit of a chase breaking out, but apparently not. Hey, Selexia, what's up? In Pepperoni we trust. That's going to be fun. Oh, nice Hellgate coming out from Red Robot. They want to go in onto Raynor, and they get the kill. That's going to be the Lightning Breath coming out as well, slowing a couple of members out of there. Fun Buns is trying to make it, as well as the Absorption is going to be used for the Yrel, tanking some of this damage. Now they have the Righteous Hammer. The keep does go down, and that is the Angelic Armaments for the kill. Nice use of the Celestial Charge to just kind of back out of there, but now with the keep and the 2 kills, they back off. I wonder if they just go ahead and grab Boss, push that through bottom lane, maybe end with that. Mid lane is very, very well stacked up. Someone will have to respond to this at some point. No one getting... Oh, nope. Genji going to get hit by that Sentinel right there. Cookie Man is going to be hearthing back to deal with mid lane. They know that they're on Boss, so they go ahead and just say, all right, Siege Camp is ours. We can't get the left-hand side. Mid lane is going to be... That's a lot of stacked up minions, but Imperius should have the easy clear onto this. You can see it already. It's that core is not going to take much damage. The other thing to note, too, is that the cores scale by... A lot of things in this game scale by minute, so I'll try and keep an eye on it, but the in-game timer, once you see it tick over to 21, you're going to be seeing those health bars in the left and the right, and the blue and the red go up by just a hair. I don't know what the percent is offhand, but it's just a little fun fact just to know. Ouch, those armaments smacking your LGs. Seriously, Cluster. Seriously. The Angelic Armaments, when targeted on someone, are so devastating. Looks like Boss is going to be just slowly whittled down. I don't think they're going to be losing much core health, because obviously we've been noting this so much, it does get revived over time. So they're just trying to whittle this down as best they can before the objective is going to push, or the core is going to have to do the defense. The nice use of the Sentinel, but they do scout it out a little bit late there. All right, so watch the timers. Boop. It just jumped up to 28,100. Objective is up. Mid lane does have a camp pushing in there. There's a lot of things going on across the map. Top lane still has a Boss. Genji, I thought they were going to be hearthing right there. Mid lane will need to be addressed at some point. Sentinel's going to be out. Bloodsplat thought it was going to be hitting them. Core is going to take some damage. Reaver minions there, but here's the thing. That is going to be these gnolls marking them down, but no one actually going to be going back. Hold on, we have a fight going to be breaking out here. No one's back, and their core is really starting to fall down quickly on the side of Close to Death. They need to get a hearth here, and if they can deny that on the side of Revive, that'll be huge for them. Genji is back, so they do have that clear, stopping it at just 12,000 health. That's about half its health. It's a little bit less. But top lane Boss is going to go ahead and just confirm this top lane keep. Now they can see Yrel over there, so they want to go in on this. Genji is going to be over on the left-hand side. Null Camp picked up in the mid lane. Boss does make its way over to the core. They should have the clear onto this. We'll see what happens with that. There's just too many things happening at once. Mercury only... What's up? Thanks for coming by. Left side core is healed up, but the wave is stacking up more and more, and another Null Camp is pushing in. Boss is doing some work on the right-hand side. We have Hellgate forward. They're going to be trying to find something here. Hanzo, I think, with the area. Hyperion will be coming out as well. That's going to be the absorption for the Yrel. Warden's Cage out from the Maiev. Everybody popping everything. That's also going to be the Lightning Breath coming out from the Diablo. Genji, the first one to go down. Web Rep went out onto Lucio there. Maiev will follow. The Diablo is going to be out, and they lose their soul, so they'll be back up in just a couple seconds. Lucio's back out of the Web Rep. Diving from the Anubrak, gets the kill onto them. Cookie Man will be falling as well. The top lane Boss took the core down, but you just saw that the health is going back up. Bloodsplat seems to be the next target. They're trying to chase this. Yrel with the slow, with the Avenging Wrath, and they get it. And now, with that long of death timers across the board, Diablo trying to clear out mid as best they can, but the camp has made it. And this is Red Robot with 0 souls. This could be game ending, and it looks like they want to try and do that exactly. Bottom lane has some pressure as well. I mean, this isn't going to be a core race per se, but they definitely need to win before they need to take down this mid lane, or this key core on the left. Jeez Louise, this is nutty. Yeah. Picking high five? You don't think it's good? It didn't yield them the win this time, but that's going to be game number 1 going over to the members of Revive Esports. GG. Well played. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Heroes Lounge S Division. On the left hand side we've got the members of Close to Death, and on the right we have got Revive Esports. This is a best of 5 series. As I said, this is Heroes Lounge, so we got some good games on our hands here. But before we get into this, let's go ahead and take a peek at the map bans that we had. I don't have a Garden of Terror little block, so we're just gonna have to just assume it's there, but Garden of Terror was banned out by the members of Close to Death. Revive Esports banned out Battlefield of Eternity. Alterac Pass was the first map chosen by Close to Death, and they lost that. They opted for first pick for this game number 2, and Revive Esports has chosen to take us to Volskaya Foundry for this game. Let's go ahead and get back into this draft, as we are going to be seeing a Zeratul and an Abathur banned out right away. If Murky is picked, you cosplay as Li Ming. Is this a live stream of Puppers? It can be. He's my co-caster. Can't wait to see. Sometimes I stab myself. Oh my god. How could I Li Ming? I'd have to like put beard on head. Hero's the dog. Dog new hero. You're already false dead. Just make a doggo sleepy wing basket. Oh, that would be cool. Hold on though. Hold on. Wait. Semro? Samuro was banned out in a lot of the other games here, and I guess it will be sneaking on through into this game number 2 on the side of Close to Death. So Abathur, Diablo banned out, Zeratul, and Chromie. Everything is up and available. Beard on head are pre-recorded. Headphones on head pre-recorded? I don't know. How many subs do we need to get him a new bed or a good boy tendies? I actually have treats right here next to my computer. I've been limiting them because my parents are in town, so I'm letting my mom give him all the treats because I don't want him to get all bulky. But he has a new bed recently. I didn't get it too far away. Wait, first pick on a Murray? Huh? You can cosplay Samuro too? That one actually. I could do that one. I could do some. All right, let's go ahead and get into this draft a little bit here. We do have a Samuro, Nubrak, and Tyrande picked up on the side of Close to Death. Joanna, Anna for the members of Revive Esports. Not a bad start for either team. Now, Samuro, we're gonna go ahead and take a. I can't, as a spectator, look at profiles. Apparently, that's a referee only thing. So, rip. Thick dog. He's not that heavy. He's only like 52 pounds, I think, right now. He's lost a little bit of weight. Grandma always was the good. Yeah, exactly. I don't blame her. I would absolutely do that. And I try not to do it to him because I do spoil it. We do have a Hanzo and Maiev going to be banned out here from Close to Death and Revive Esports. This is going to be. Oh, Hamurai. Sorry, I read that completely wrong. Hamurai. I like that. That's really good. We'll see if we get the old Stark switcheroo from Cookie Man, but that's going to be Mephisto and Raynor picked up here on the side of Revive Esports. Mephisto has made huge waves in the TESPA Collegiate Series. I haven't seen it in a lot of other leagues, so I'm excited to see what the plays are going to be, but we get a Rexar here. Rexar will be joining us on Volskaya Foundry for Close to Death with a very interesting, I wouldn't say interesting, it's just a cool draft. Like, I like to see these heroes that we don't normally get. Rexar, I think, has a high skill cap as well as Samuro. A lot of these heroes honestly do. Mephisto does as well. Ana with the skill shots are extremely hard to land. I like both these teams' drafts so far. What's this last pick going to be, though, on the side of Revive Esports? Do we get anything interesting? Gonna be a Leoric. Gold Boy Leoric into that solo lane into the Rexar. Okay. Names aside, game one aside, just purely looking at the draft. I kind of like Revive Esports Draft a little bit better because the Ana Mephisto synergies as well as the Entomb from the Leoric has so much setup. Now, Anubrek has an out. Tyrande has an out at 20. Samuro has an out. So you can Entomb quite a few people. Misha Master Race. Misha's strong. I'm so pumped for this match. Tons of cool stuff to watch. Exactly. I'm with you. I'm with you with that. Stevie Speed? I don't know. My brain. But I'm excited about this. Alrighty. Trying to like stretch an itch here. So, we've almost burned through all of our tea as well. Not what I wanted to do. The best thing you can invest in. I swear. If you work from home or even in your office. One of these. It's... Oh. Okay. It's alright, bud. It's a little hot plate, and it keeps your tea or coffee warm for like ever. The bottom of if you get low on the liquid though, that liquid gets extremely hot. But either way, it's still really good. Anyways, things aside, you need more tea, helps your brain. It really does cluster. But let's go ahead and get into this. We have our second game of this best of 5 series. On the left, we have Close to Death with Huberman going to be on the Tyrande. Keenan will be on the Jaina. Red Robot will be on the Nubrak. Cookie Man going to be on the Samuro. And Bloodsplat will be on the Rexar, played by Misha. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Revive Esports, with Funbun's going to be on the Mephisto. Groneman is going to be on the Leoric. JTR on that Joanna. Fats playing the Rainer, and Tempest rounding out the team on the Ana. Let's go ahead and get into mid lane as the Sentinel's gone out. GG, well played, has been said. What hot plate brand would you recommend? There's actually a Mr. Coffee one, so I'd recommend that one. Candle warmer works too. Oh, I didn't know that. I think it can be used as a candle warmer, if I'm not mistaken. Because I thought I saw like images on I was gonna say like Twitter or Twitch, on the Amazon like buyers page where people were actually using it for that exact same thing. So I think there's multi uses, but it's the best. Like it's like $9 on Amazon, and it was worth every penny of it. Now we have Leoric being able to, oh my god, they're trying to get through this wall, but they're not able to get through their own wall, and Leoric goes down. First kill of the game, going over to the members of Close to Death, trying to. They want to even out the score. They don't want to just take an 0-3 in the standings like that. They're just going to go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to be starting this game out a little bit stronger. We do have that unyielding power coming out from Funbuns and that Mephisto. Going to be looking to get those skull missiles onto enemy heroes. At 20 heroes, excuse me, at 20 stacks, they're going to have a 100 damage buff, and then at 40 stacks, they have a 5-second cooldown on their skull missiles, so they're able to punch those out so quickly. The camp is going to be up, but no one grabs the turret camp. They steal it away. They don't even need to work on that. And Fat's taking a lot of damage from those clones, and the healing will be good from Tempest, but there's going to be Samuro getting a lot of good damage out here. They did go for, it's not Way of the Blade. Oh, no, it is. Okay, so Way of the Blade at level 1, so... Typically we see, I can't remember, it's the questing talent at level 1. It's not like Windwalk. I can't remember what the name of it is, but either way, that is typically what we do see at level 1. So Way of the Blade, see what kind of value that gets for them. Skull Missile's already sitting at 12 stacks. The Biotic Emitter will be prioritized by the members of Revive Esports, wanting to steal that away before the objective is available. We have Cookie Man rotating in, but I don't think it'll be quick enough as JTR grabs that. We also have 5 regen globe stacks on the Anubrek. Do we get the stacks for Rexar here? Oh my god, Nightbot, chill. Apparently Nightbot wanted to send everything. I have to figure out a better command line for that Nightbot to... Or maybe I just swap over to Moobot so that way it actually puts those out in a correct timing. I don't know. I was fiddling with it earlier this week, and I was like, I got it down right. It's going to do it at these specific times. No, apparently it's just going to be spamming. Anyways, there's all the links for all the things that you can catch on the game that we have. We have the first point opening up here. Mid lane is going to be first control point in this A, and those 7s achieved. And they're going to be kind of far off, so it looks like we're just going to have a fight break out for this. Sentinel out. GTR taking a lot of damage here. They do have the Iron Skin, but they're needing to make their way out of here. Knockback from the Rainer, but that's going to be so much damage. They drop the Biotic Emitter. Skull Missile comes out as well, but that's going to be their main tank going down, and they use this turret for zoning, and Funbun's just trying to dive in here and there, get a couple more stacks, and sitting at 22 already. Ban Nightbot for spamming? I'm about to ban Hero Sharebot, that's for sure. It's so weird that you can remove something from your chat, and then like it's not always here, but Hero Sharebot shows up like once in a blue moon. Like it was in chat yesterday, but no other days like in the previous week. And a lot of damage goes out onto that Leoric, and they almost get the pick onto them. They are going to be giving this point over for a couple seconds here, as Misha's going to be diving back and forth onto this point. They still have to charge. Misha Bear able just to sneak this in, and they continue the charge in their favor. 80-some%. They've weakened down the bottom lane for it. They dive out onto one. Mephisto does get the shade right out of there just fine, and now that's going to be the Misha going out of this game, but they have the overtime coming out here. Cookie Man taking a lot of damage. Well, Leoric is getting a little bit low as well. They need to get out, but that's going to be Leoric going down. They find a Rainer as well. They do have a camp still pushing up in top lane. The overtime is going to be there, but this is a little risky. The death timers are low. Only Nightbots have high... Dark Shear, what's up? Thank you. It's so good. Bean is just doing its best. That is true. It's trying to do its best with the parameters that I've given it. Looks like Cookie Man will be stealing this over. They'll send one of the clones back, just to at least Hearth for now. Do we have the... Yeah, we have the Mirage. Burning Blade as well. Is this Blade Storm? Semiro? Or do we have the Mirror Illusion? No, Minor Illusion? No, that's a D&D spell. I can't think of it. Why can't I think of a swapping? Anyways. Have them going back on. This point is still being contested. No one has picked this up just yet. Tens are about to be here in favor for Close to Death. We have the fight breaking out. Funbun's taking a lot of damage, and the crew is going to be backing up. That also will be the fortification camp picked up and pushing out and just keeping them zoned away here. A bit of a dive, and they actually stand off the point for too long. First, Trigla Protector at 5 minutes into the game going over to the members of Close to Death. They rotate this into mid. They want to get some pressure in and find their level 10 on top of that. It's best. Losers talk about the best. Winners date the prom queen. What? Bean, what? I didn't know Nightbot was going to the prom. This is going to be the Trigla Protector opening up mid lane. They're not going to be focusing that top lane as we often do see. Peeking down into bottom lane, it looks like they do end up getting this fort over. They do have their 10 talents here over the enemy team. They're just going to go ahead and hang out in this bottom and push this out, or in this mid, push this out a little bit more. The water elemental comes out. Misha going to be taking a lot of damage. Keenan is going to be falling. First kill for the members of Revive Esports as Misha does go down as well. I guess second, third, because Misha did get killed twice already. Oh, that's Bladestorm, isn't it? No, Illusion Master. All right, that's what I thought. I was just like, oh, hold on a second. All right, we are going to be having Fats targeted here. The web rep went out onto the Joanna, and they're fighting without their 10s. This is a little risky on the side of Revive Esports, and now Leoric is taking a lot of damage. Just have that Wraith walk out, almost going to be going down. The Semiro clones getting a lot of damage into them. And now Funbuns backs out with JTR, and they grab the Bayada committer. Oh no, I got you that you were quoting a movie, Bean. Once I got Burning Blade, took a few trains. Alright, hold on. Mid lane engagement. Skull missiles going out here and there. Cookie Man. Just they have that Illusion Master, so you can see they're just gonna split off and they'll be able to swap around as best they can. Now Misha's scouting this out. They know that they're on this camp. Do they make the rotation, the commitment to steal this away? That's the only thing I'm unsure about. York with the drained hope on Misha, but they have the lunge there, and it's not gonna yield them anything. I'll have to take a peek at that movie quote afterwards. Thanks, Bean. Hold on, stun, a lot of follow-up. Funbun's taking a lot of damage. Sheer 30-some health. The nano boost is gonna be used, and the healing will be out as well. They're maybe saying they want to engage with that, but interesting use of the nano boost. 70-second cooldown on that. Mephisto just standing still, gonna burst forward, but they don't have that 30% spell boost anymore, and so they just back out. Point B gonna be opening up fairly soon. They're trying to focus out onto this well. You can see them, as well as the camp is gonna be trying to do that. Funbun's diving forward once again. They are full on that unyielding power. As I noted before, they are gonna get the damage increase as well as the cooldown reduction. It's going to be huge for them. Leoric in this bottom lane going to be trying to push out the Samuro as well as the Misha and the Rexar. This is crazy to me how Close to Death is able to just push out like this with so many members split across the map that they're just not able to respond. Now we do have the Water Elemental coming out here. That's going to be the Nubrak diving in fast, taking a lot of damage. Does need to back out. Nice use of the Biotic Grenade out from Tempest. Consume Souls is going to be used here. They get the kill onto the Rexar in the bottom lane. Keenan a little bit low. The web rep did go out into the Rainer there. And they back. Actually, Funbun's going to be diving out the Skull Missile with just not enough. But Raider going to be maybe getting... No, Keenan doesn't go down. And that's just going to be point unlocking in 10 seconds. They can go ahead, regroup, and go for that. Bottom lane keep didn't go down. Man going to get that transmission right out of there. Absolutely fine. No one jumping on this point, surprising. They got a little bit of an advantage here, and they're just kind of pushing out their lanes looking for 13s, but they could leave that to Leoric and send a couple members to just jump onto that top lane point. So at least they have the control over it, but got everyone back. The death of Rexar has already ended. You have Road Robot jumping up onto the point. JTR is trying to contest this, and the rest of the team isn't going to be there. A lot of damage is going to be coming out. Close to Death is getting a lot of good value here. Starfall will be there as well. JTR so low. Nano boost onto Funbuns. They're going to be trying to trade these out. Misha does go down. Funbuns stepping up as well. The Skull Missiles are going up, but they're not able to finish these out. Keenan is so very low as well as Blood Splat. We have Funbuns once again trying to get in there. That's going to be the Mephisto ends up going down here, and they don't get another kill. They're just losing kills here. They dive out, and they're just trying to find something, but it's not happening. And now Fat's taking a lot of damage. Keenan might have the burst onto them. Samuro clones are going to be getting a lot of good value, but no. They do have the charge. Percent going over in their favor. That is going to be Blood Spat sitting on the point, waiting for that Misha to come back to life. Bottom lane is going to be stacking out a little bit here. We've got one catapult already arriving, so they're going to go ahead and try and open up top lane. This is a lot of good momentum coming over from Close to Death. We'll see how Revive is able to respond to this, as we are going to be having Biotic Grenade comes out. Sleep Dart onto one. That's a lot of damage onto Red Robot. Cookie Man also on that Samuro, just looking for some sort of entrance in this fight. They don't want to... This is where you want to take a fight on the side of Revive, but you don't really want to take a fight on the side of Close to Death. As the Consumed Souls comes out, that will pop onto a couple members. Funbuns taking a lot of damage here. Jaina, the first one to go down, and Funbuns is on the back foot of this retreat. They don't really have a Shade of Mephisto. They're just pumping out these Skull Missiles. Leoric does go down. Web Rep is going to be ending now, and they can turn back around, but Tempest will be finding their death as well. Mephisto is going to be nano boosted right as she does die, and they're just trying to get some sort of value, but Misha is such a nuisance. 30 health on Funbuns. One auto from Tyrande gets the kill, and they find another... Move back up to the point. They'll have the charge on this. Red Robot will be able to grab that. They are flexing? Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Speedy Steve. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming by. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Ragnarok, thank you also so much for the follow during this game. I just saw that come through. Cookie Man will go ahead and grab the camp here. We're going to be having a Nubrak jump onto the point, and they'll be able to pick up this Triglav Protector. This is a lot, as I said, a lot of good momentum and a lot in favor for the members of Close to Death. The question is how they play this Triglav Protector. Do they rotate through top and have the extra catapult pressure? No, they're going to go straight, I think, into bottom lane and maybe even into mid. What's the game plan here, Close to Death? What are you going to do with this point B Triglav Protector? Are you going to try and open up bottom lane, then try and win out through point C? Because it looks like Samuro's been able to get a fort on their own. Just Samuro things. Absolutely just Samuro things. Oops. Just using the Triglav Protector to clear out the waves, push these up. Still have 50-some seconds on this. 98% of its health is still up. 16s aren't here on the side of Revive. Now they want to push in with this thing. 42 seconds left on this. Red Robot and Hooperman are going to be trying to push in. Mephisto just sending out those Skull Missiles as quickly as possible just to whittle down here and there. Going to be stepping in. They do have the Nano Boost from the Ana as well. They're just going to be shredding through this this Triglav Protector. Drain Hope is going to be going out into them as well. You can see they're getting a lot of good value. And they save their keep for now. 20% still left on it. They need to clear out their mid lane or at least deal with that Samuro. Samuro just being such a nuisance is going to be just rotating around and causing them just to peel back, not able to get much value into this Triglav Protector. But the little bit of experience here and there is really, really good. Leo being put on an island. Yeah, here and there it does seem like that. That is going to be the Protector ending. They just focus on this keep though on the side of Revive, or excuse me, on close to death, but now the burst is going to be there. Jaina does have the ice block. That's going to be the Consume Soul coming out. The Entomb is going to be out from the Leoric. That doesn't really get the value they're looking for here, and a lot of members are getting low. Joanna is the first one to go down. They still have that turret camp getting some good value for them. And meanwhile, oh wait, hold on. The dive goes out. The follow-up stun from Tyrande. They aren't able to get the burst from Jaina in time. But here's the thing. Top lane, Cookie Man, with just sitting around like 500 health, is just going to pop these clones and just push in on this keep. Leoric does jump up here. And they just have that little dive forward with the Wind Walk, but Grommanon wants to chase this so bad. Almost. They almost get it. Meanwhile, while all that's happening in top lane, they go ahead and move in on mid, and they're going to try and open this up to get a second consistent catapult lane. A skeleton island. What's up, Bandit? Leoric maybe trying to find an engage on this. The Entomb does come out onto Huberman. That's going to be a lot of damage, but on Leoric, it's by themselves. There's no one following up on the damage, and that's Leoric going down. Tempest a little bit low. Web Wrap did go out onto one. Ana will be that next choice. The Nano Boost was put onto the Mephisto here. Funbuns trying to get that damage out, but the damage is there, but unfortunately, it's just they're not getting the kills that they need. Jaina is going to go down here. Funbuns does get one. Huberman now stepping in. Mephisto does go down, and with all 5 dead, they move in on core, and this looks like it's going to be game number 2. Going over to the members of Close to Death. They're going to make this series a little more interesting, as we're going to be going into game number 3 in just a second. 1-1. GG's are already called out, and it looks like, yeah, this is going to be it. I don't think they let that Samuro through in the next game. We'll see who's the judge of that. But game number 2 going over to the members of Close to Death. GG. Well played. I apologize. Welcome back to Heroes Lounge. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Close to Death, and on the right, we've got Revive Esports. Both of these teams are up 1 game in this best-of-5 series. We'll see who's able to really take it in this game number 3 on Towers of Doom. Apologies, Nick Cage got in my ear. Tickling. Alright, so we are going to be having the Zeratul as well as the Samuro banned out. So, as we talked about before, Samuro being banned out, they do not want to deal with that. Lost Vikings going to be taken out of here as well. They don't want to see that. Let's actually go ahead and take a peek at some of the map bans that we did have earlier today. Or I guess earlier before this match. So the coin flip, or the home team gets to choose, and so Close to Death is the home team. They banned out Garden of Terror. I don't have a thingy for that, so we'll just... and it's there. The members of Revive Esports banned out Battlefield of Eternity. First map was chosen by Close to Death on Alterac Pass. They lost that map. Chose first pick for game number 2. Sky Foundry was the choice for Revive Esports. They lost that. They opted for first pick in this game. And now Towers of Doom will be our game number 3, chosen by Close to Death. And let's go ahead and get into this. Would recommend 6 paces and Spooky Tower. Ah. Cough's Nexus hero. That's true. If you actually didn't know this, so because before the Lost Vikings were labeled a Blizz Classic hero, and if you hover over them now, it still says Blizz Classic, but there's no Blizz Classic tab. If you actually hit the Nexus tab, they're considered Nexus heroes. So there's no Rock and Roll Racers. There's no I just don't think we're gonna get any sort of classic game ever. Rock and Roll Races was the one thing that like a lot of people wanted, as well as Blackthorn, if I'm not mistaken, was the other thing that everyone wanted too. Sorry. Well, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're just considering the heroes, the players from those classic games are just Nexus inspiration. I don't know. I'm just doing my best to guess. All right, let's go ahead and get into this draft, though. We do have the Anubrek and the Hanzo picked up for the members of Close to Death. Maiev, Tyrande, and Muradin on the side of Revive Esports. Get back into our ban phase here. They are going to need some sort of poke damage, and that Jaina ban is not a bad idea at all. Getting rid of that burst from her, as well as the Ice Lance, is such a nuisance. Ana will be banned out by the members of Revive Esports. They're just they have their support. They just take out the Ana. Why let the enemy team have such a powerful hero? Nano Boost is still the option for a lot of teams. I do know that Eye of Horus is extremely strong, and I think it's actually unbanned at this time. The only ban that we currently have in the game is going to be the Abathur hat on Lucio, or no, Abathur cloning Lucio's, because they can high-five each other or something like that. So that's just broken. Rexar and Stukov are going to be picked up on the side of close to death. Not a bad idea at all. That Rexar got a lot of value for them. The Hanzo's going to be strong. It's going to get some good poke. They're going to need to find some more burst. They need a solo laner. And they need some extra damage. Somewhere in the mage department, like a Gul'dan or a Kael'thas or even a Kael'thazad wouldn't be bad here. But it's actually going to be a Li Ming. It's a very good idea, actually. Resets are very powerful. And this is going to be Dahaka grabbed on the side of Revive Esports. And Dahaka is just a great hero overall on this map. He gets a lot of good value. Brush Talk is extremely strong. His burrow can mitigate a couple things. Hey, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, wait, yeah. I actually posted it on Twitter today. If you, I think in the panels below, if you look, there's Medivh gonna be picked up here. A lot of damage needs to come out from that Hanzo then. But yeah, no, if you check in the Twitter panels below, there should be a post from like an hour ago where I said something about it. And I was like hovering over them where it shows it's Blizz Classic, but they're actually a Nexus hero. There's a lot of things that came through in this most recent patch where they didn't note it. Like, there's a lot of, like, little quality of life things. I don't know. Like, I'll have to go back and look at it, but it seems like the camera panning, or at least maybe in spectator mode, is a lot smoother, too. Oh, baby Medivh? Yeah. Oh, baby Medivh, indeed. Oh, the Lucio clone? I don't know what the specific bug is, but I think the running joke is that they can high-five each other. Because that's a 10 talent. You don't get 10 talents with Lucios. Or with Abathur clones. Or maybe that is the issue in that if you have high-five and you clone that Lucio post-10, the clone still gets it. If that's the case, then that's a massive bug. When you use Clone Lucio, you can use High Five no matter which alt Lucio picked. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, Bad Bros. Where does Stukov keep his armies? I don't know. Where does Stukov keep his armies? Let's go ahead and get into this. On the left-hand side, we're gonna be having the members of Close to Death, with Cookie Man going to be on the Rexar. We're gonna be having Red Robot on the Anubarak. Huberman will be on the Stukov. We're gonna have Bloodsplat going to be on the Hanzo, and I'm trying to remember the name off the top of my head, but I can't. Keenan will be on the Medivh. On the right-hand side, up a game as well, we've got Revive Esports with Groman going to be on the Dahaka. Mid lane, we've got Fun Buns on that Maiev. Sharking through the bottom here, we have JTR on the Muradin. Fats on the Li Ming. And in bottom lane, we've got Tempest on that Tyrande. Let's go ahead and get into this, as it looks like the boss play is going to be early, but unfortunately, we've got about 5 minutes on that. In his sleeves. That's actually really good. I mean, he's got one sleeve. Or I'm just completely reading that wrong in chat. Either way, we're going to go ahead and get into this. We actually have the rotations coming through. And Bandit, do you mind? Go Bandit. He's knocking green screens over and stuff. This is going to be just the top lane push between the two teams, between Cookie Man and Groman. We do have camps popping up here, so we should see some prioritization onto grabbing these sappers to push through these lanes. To see if they're able to. Yeah, actually, Cookie Man's going to be rotating over to this top lane as Dahaka deals with the wave that's crashing in. They're just going to play this slow and safe. Li Ming going to be dumping out some damage here and there. Hanzo is going to be going into that target practice at level 1. Going to be looking for some just poke out here and there, as well as stacking that out. And just that extended range is a great way to interrupt a lot more of these altar phases. Dahaka going to go for the tissue regeneration, looking for more just beefy body. We have the portal out for Medivh. I think it's just a safety portal to make sure that they don't get caught out here. And they'll just go ahead and give this camp over to the right-hand side. Huberman, they're just going to mount up as well. Like, taking a peek in top lane. Looks like the camp wasn't picked up. Red Robot did come up here as well. A little bit of a split across this map coming out from some of these members here on both sides. So I'm just kind of like looking around here, waiting. Muradin jumping into the back here. Medivh says, nope, I got a portal. I don't want to lose my stacks. And that's going to be a big thing too, is making sure that you can either get these Medivh stacks either picked off or finished. And it really just depends on what side of the map you're on. Camp is going to be rotated on. Fun Buns is going to go ahead and grab this and just have some extra pressure. Allure Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a great night. Hanzo continuing to poke out here and there. They do pick up the explosive arrows at level 4 as well to help with some wave clear. Murden with the jump over the wall. Oh, nice! Nice Lunar Flare coming out. Resets. Oh, Fun Buns is not going to be able to get the Umbra Bind they're hoping for there. That would have been great. That would have been 3 members pulled in, and they could have just kept getting more Fan of Knives. Murden being very aggressive, going to be diving forward. Gets a little bit there. Blood Splat taking a bit of, I think, splash damage from the Sappers? That one I don't know about. That might have been something from something else. Stun onto the Medivh. Trying to make sure that it's just a little bit more worrisome and also taking their time to get back into that portal, but armies and sleeveys, terrible joke, pump for the another cool set of Linos. Thank you so much, Speedy Steve. I get you now. Armies, sleeveys. Left and right hand side are going to be picked up on the top and the left. Dahaka with the brush stock in here. We're going to be having a bit of a brawl breakout. Hanzo, it's going to be the initial target. A lot of damage is going to be coming out onto them. Now, oh, Fun Buns, you're so low. Murden is the first one to go down, and that will be first kill of the game in favor for the members of Close to Death. As someone noted in chat, Close to Death. Consistently close to death and winning out in fights, but nope, not going to be that close, as that is going to be the Medivh going down, losing their stacks, so they will be reset on those. Misha going to be going down as well. Call PETA. That's going to be 4 more shots into the side of Revive Esports core, and we look for those level 7 talents very, very soon here, but it's going to be rotations. I'm wondering if we have any sort of prioritization to the bottom lane, because a lot of teams typically do watch out for that. How hot is a janitor's closet? No idea. About room temperature. Okay. I gotta stop reading those. Tongue drag goes out onto Misha here. That's not gonna pull him to the gate. They get 1 auto, and Misha's able just to scamper right away. It's gonna be 7 talent here also achieved for Revive Esports. They do have that extend the tongue drag cooldown reduction. We actually have Hero Stalker for level 4 for the Dahaka, really wanting to get some extra essence from hitting enemy heroes with that Dark Swarm. Oh man. We do have a fight breaking out in bottom lane, and Nubrak with the charge forward here. Wait. Medivh with the back portal. Just for safety. Not going to be using any sort of aggressive portaling here. I totally blanked on that Lucio joke. Puns are great tonight. The puns are great tonight. Seriously. Wait, hold on, hold on. Just Lurking Arm going out. Sapper Camp still pushing in through this lane. Nice Sonic Arrow coming up from Hanzo onto Fats there. We have a double Alter Face popping up here that will be in the top left and the top right. Heostalker is standard. I don't know, Noah, because I feel like I see... I am the one who collects very often when you see a lot more of the PvE Dahaka, so you end up coming in and just mostly rotating in with the Brushstalk when it's actually the fight. So I've seen both. It's just I don't see Hero Stalker all the time. I'd say it's about 50% really. It's just it always catches me off guard because I personally always go into the one who collects just because I have a little bit more sustain through the minions that I end up getting a lot more value into. But I typically end up playing more into a PvE kind of situation, not in a 5v5, but it's a lot of damage coming out. Hanzo going to get the agility over the wall. It's Red Robot taking a lot of damage here. Misha trying to get into that backline. JTR has to use the Dwarf Toss out, and that puts the Dahaka on their own, but they do get the Tongue Drag. The step in from Fats with the reset on that Li Ming. That is huge for them. Once again, taking out the stacks on the Medivh. They have this Misha corner. That's a reset for Fats, and now they get the Tongue Drag onto one of these sappers, and that will be the camp picked up. They might try and test into this. Okay, no. So I think right was picked up a little bit ago, so they only have the left side sapper camp to push in. A lot of damage onto Blood Spat. Okay. Blood Splat, just get in. Those agilities over the walls are very, very good timings. That is going to be also Huberman using the Lurking Arm for a little bit of a zoning. JTR trying to get that Stormbolt out. They are currently sitting at 11 of the baseline and 8 of the Perfect Storm at level 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Drive in onto JTR. Stormbolt goes out. That's going to be the Warden's Cage as well. A lot of good damage. Shadowstalk will be coming out as well. Portal will be up for the Medivh, so they just portal right out of that Warden's Cage. And they don't get a kill, so a couple heroic buttons pushed there, but a single Alter Phase has popped up in mid, and we have 10s achieved for both teams. We'll cycle through some of the stats here before we get into this Tongue Drag onto the Misha once again. We could probably see a Brushstalk out from that Dahaka at any point. Would not give that Medivh. Raven review. Oh god, the portal comes out from Medivh, tongue drag to pull them away. All the damage goes out, but protected by the way. Hanzo with the arrow. That's going to be the dive in from the Anubrak. So much damage goes out to Fun Buns. They are able to use the Vault of the Warden, but they sidestep. That's going to be a lot of damage onto them. They get the blink once again. Fats is trying to get over, but that's going to be Hanzo confirming the kill. 1 for none thus far as they have the contagion onto one. Stukov does go down. Now Misha is going to be here. They do have the altar picked up in favor for the members of Close to Death. Blood Splat very low. They get another one here. This bloodbath between these two teams, 2 for 1 trade. And the altar does end up going over in favor for the members of Close to Death. 32 to 24 when it comes to core health. And we now see both these teams trying to make their way into those 13 talent tiers. Sorry. Trying to breathe in between all that. Medivh sitting at 15 stacks currently, getting just reset constantly, so annoying. Hanzo sitting at 3 stacks on the target practice, so needs to finish that out by hitting 2 members once or twice more. Looks like, I think it's Taskmaster? No, Hunter-Gatherer is going to be at 13 out of the 20 stacks for that Rexar, 13 out of the 30 stacks for the Anubrak, 15 out of the 40 stacks for Fetid Touch on the Stukov, 9 out of the 20 stacks for the Tyrande Lunar Blaze. And Dahaka has finished that level 1. Wow. Blood Splat taking that full orb to the face. Leyline Seal from the Medivh. Brushstroke coming in from the Dahaka. That's the arrow out from the Hanzo as well. They're trying to get the burst onto Tyrande. Shadowstalk is going to be used. Orange Cage will be out as well. That's going to be the web wrap onto the Dahaka, but they go ahead and get the Disintegrate. Stukov's the first one to go down, and now they turn over, and that's a lot of damage onto Misha, but protected once again, by the way. This is just going to give Li Ming a reset. She steps forward with that blink on top of them. Hanzo once again taking the brunt force of that orb. JTR trying to dive forward. They also do have the Lunar Flare out from Tyrande. Now they're pushing this bottom lane. They do have the Sapper Camp as well. Tyrande with the Sentinel just to slow them down, put out some more poke pressure. It will blink in. This minion wave is very low, and they have a double altar face popping up. 13 talent tier in favor for the members of Revive Esports. I don't know about you, but I find this new melee role kind of murky. Medivh gonna go down and lose their stacks once again. This is going to be both of these altars. Actually, not both of them traded out simultaneously, but they will be traded out regardless. 28 to 20 health. This game can go any way. Towers of Doom can go any which way at any point. Like, I've seen, I always say this, but 24 to 4 games. Like, when it's 24 core health to 4 core health, the team with 4 core health ends up, like, picking themselves up somehow, some way, and then just bringing it back. And it comes down to like a boss fight, typically. It's always a boss fight too. Hold on, pull in onto Blood Splat, reset on the Phantom Knives here and there. They do have the Disintegrate at full range, but 12 health is going to be on the Blood Splat. Oh my god, so close to getting the kill onto them. Melee assassin rolls are kind of murky. I get you. It gets you. Right side Siege Camp is going to be up and available. The Sappers can be picked up and fed in. This looks like there's going to be a rotation onto the Dahaka, or are they just going to try and take no, this is a rotation on Dahaka, and they got the bait onto them. Dahaka's in a bit of a bad spot. Pops the Essence. Silence will be there. They need to get out, but I don't think that's going to be the case. They do. Okay. Do they try and Brushstroke out of here? No way Dahaka gets out of this. A little bit of Essence. Shadowstalk going to be used. They avoid all the damage so far. Misha with the dive. No, if they have the... It's not going to be enough. They almost make it out of there. Meanwhile, though, they picked up a Sapper Camp in bottom lane that will be fed in slowly. 4 versus 20 core health. This map is crazy. Yeah, this map can go any which way. It's kind of ridiculous, but I love it. Like, that's one of my favorite parts about Towers of Doom is how intense it can actually get. This Sapper Camp will be going in for free here. It looks like JTR is going to get interrupted a little bit here and there. Fed touch out for that. Blood Splat gets the left-hand side. Maiev gets the bottom there. I would have said Dahaka, but the thing is Dahaka is currently dead. They do have the Brushstroke up and available for when they come back to life. Look to see them maybe flank in with that. Let's go ahead and pull this away. Leyline Seal comes out. Hanzo with the arrow, but Fats does not get hit by it. That's going to be Murden getting hit with the web wrap. Funbun steps in here. That's going to be the Warden's Cage as well. The portal out from Medivh isn't going to help them out too much there. Dwarf Toss in from JTR, looking for some sort of engage. Flailing Swift to push them back here. Funbun's taking a lot of damage from that Misha. They need to get that bear down, but the protection status is going to be way too much. JTR with that Avatar farm on the side here. And now those Sappers, as I noted before, did go, I think, over the walls. So it's going to be maybe 2 of them only. I didn't see what the core health was a couple seconds ago. Medivh stepping forward here. Contagion going out onto 1. That's the isolation. A lot of good use there, but that's going to be the kill onto Misha. Dwarf Toss out. Cookie Man still very, very healthy here and just going to go ahead and get the charge. They don't have anything to interrupt this unless they dive forward, but that will be the channel going through. Medivh once again going to go down. They sacrifice their stacks for that core damage, and it's going to be 20-14. Oh, wow, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out as well. Oh, wait, hold on. What did, I missed a couple things here and there. Let's go ahead and pull the stats back. 3-36 and the 36 team lost. Yeah, that happens so much. Team Russia versus Washed Up. Yeah, those are really, really good teams. I'll have to check out that game tomorrow, probably. Bottom lane still being held over. Stormbolt. The baseline, Gathering Storm? Just Stormbolt itself, is going to be finished out there, so they do have that piercing. Now we do have a huge engagement down here. That's going to be Hanzo going down. Reset for Li Ming. Tyrande on this web wrap in this bottom portion needs to be addressed here. They actually try and burn that down as Fats needs some healing. Leyline Seal does come out. Hanzo is dead, so they don't have the arrow to follow up, and just Fats is able to blink away. They're still fighting under this tower. They have their minion wave. That's going to be a Disintegrate going on, and that's going to be Medivh going down. Dwarf Toss coming out, but now Misha goes down as well. Reset City for this Li Ming, who's able to potentially get damage out, but she has no mana to do it with. Single Altar Phase will be popping up next. If they can get this on the side of Revive Esports, this will put the core health on the left to 15, and it puts this game even closer in contest. Misha going to be back in about now. And that's also going to be boss still up and available. No one going for that. They do go for this double Sapper Camp play here, trying to push in 6 points of damage. So overall, if they can get all of this in plus the tower, that'll be 11 points of damage against the enemy team. But you can see them. They're already sitting in this bottom point. Hanzo back from death. Go ahead and pull the talents back up. We do have 16s arriving on the side of close to death. Don't think it was when Trick was casting with it. All right, core shots or tower shots go over 15-14. Sappers are now arriving. Looks like one camp was already cleared out. JTR diving forward. Bloodsplat going to be that initial target, but they say it's not going to be. That's not going to be the case. Stukov with a nice root there. Sapper camp just is going to be working its way in here. Top lane, we do have the Dahaka going into Cookie Man, so they're just trying to trade out that top lane. Can they feed these over the wall is the big question. Top lane gets converted, but a Nubrak is going to get burned down. Leyline Seal out. They don't have the clear onto the Sapper camp here. 1 goes over, 2 go over, 3 go over, so that's going to be a decent amount of damage in their favor. They don't get all 11, but still, they are going to be picking themselves up a total of 8 core damage into the other side, and they flip the script that's going. Oh, Misha getting pulled into the death zone. They end down, but Rexer is able to easily heal or Hearth back underneath that tower. Backing up. Let's go ahead and pull the talents up once again. Medivh's still sitting at 3 stacks, constantly being reset by the enemy team. They're just focusing them so well. Wait, Europe has Tuesday? Yeah, they do. Do you not? Wait, did you think that the days were different? I mean, their week starts. Europe invented Tuesday. Like, I know, like, their week starts on a Monday, unlike ours, which started on a Sunday. That's going to be the Dahaka with the brush talk in. The drag goes out, but that's going to be the protection status on the Cookie Man. Flailing Swipe to push them back. Tower's still in their favor. They get that converted in a second. That will be a reset for Li Ming with that Misha kill. Leyline Seal goes out, but it doesn't connect onto anyone. This tower is going to be converted in their favor. They actually do have overall more shots, but Medivh once again will be going down. Fat's so very low with just under 100 health. Now they have Red Robot going to be diving in, but the Impale will pick up the kill. A 1-for-1 trade. The tower is converted over. The Hanzo gets dragged here. They might not have the burn. Yeah, they don't think that's going to be the burn that they're looking for. And now the tower's fully converted. Nubrak, though, stalling this out. Funbun's going to get the burn. Oh my god, they're able to get out at just the right second there. Dahaka, I don't know what you can do here. Bell towers are going to be picked up. That's going to be 10 shots going into the right-hand side. Rexar just doing so much work, but that's going to be Hanzo going down. They start to turn this around, and now do they have a tongue drag from... They should have a tongue drag, because he's hit enough autos. Okay. 10 points of damage going into their core. This is boss play. Oh, if they don't sniff this out, this is going to be... There's no way they don't sniff this out. You're all right, Speedy Steve. So they know that they're here. This is what I was saying. Towers of Doom often does come down to the boss play. This is going to be 20 talent here in favor for the members of Revive Esports as well. Boss still leashed. Warden's Cage coming out. Boss is actually going to be slowly gathering its health back up here. It's going to be a bit of an invade, and they actually are completely backed out. They've got their 20 talent here, and they know that, and they're just like, all right, well, we don't really want to fight you, so hey, we'll just go ahead and take boss. Or it looks like they're going to take it off the table. Next phase is a single altar phase. Could be game ending in favor for the members of Close to Death, but now this boss is going to be, oh, this is the play right here. Let's pull away the talents. Shadow Stalk going to be used. They still don't have their 20s. It's going to be everyone jumping on this point. Leyline Seal comes out. That's going to be so much damage on the Li Ming. They go down first here. Everyone getting so low. Close to Death is just close to death across the board. That's going to be the Dahaka as well as the Muradin. Everyone going to be going down, and that is going to be the core getting barraged, and that will be game number 2 going over to the members of, excuse me, game number 3 going over to the members of Close to Death. GG. Well played. Welcome back, everyone, to Heroes Lounge S Division. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got Close to Death up 2 games in this best-of-5 series. But Revive Esports, they've got a point on the board as well. We'll see what they're able to do. Will Revive Esports take us to that illustrious game number 5, or are we going to be seeing closeout with Close to Death here? We'll find out in just a minute. Let's go ahead and actually check the map bans, as we did have a few of those before we got into this. The coin flip was initially coin flip goes over... It's not even coin flip. Just map pick and ban goes over to the members of Close to Death. They banned out Garden of Terror. I don't have a little block for it, so we'll just assume it's there. Battlefield of Eternity was banned out by the members of Revive Esports. Alterac Pass was picked by the members of Close to Death, and they lost that. Revive Esports won that game, so after that, they chose for first pick on the side of Close to Death, while Sky Foundry was picked up by the members of Revive Esports. They lost that. We go to Towers of Doom. They lost that as well in a clutch boss play, which if you missed that, go back and check it. Now we find ourselves on Cursed Hollow, chosen by the members of Close to Death. Let's go ahead and get back into this draft, as we have a Samuro and an Anubrak being banned out. We have an Abathur as well. Zeratul to follow. What do you call a solo lane Hanzo? Hans Zolo? More like their Viking conquerors. It's just semantic. Damn, your outros sound so clean. Select, etc. Oh, thank you so much. I actually, a lot of it's through my Stream Deck. I do a lot of like, I've got multi-functions on Stream Deck. So can I show this? It's over. It's underneath all that, but my Stream Deck has, I push one button and it unmutes and mutes things and plays specific audio. Also, it sets up the draft loop audio that you're currently hearing in the background. Like, I don't hear that draft loop, but it's mostly because I just didn't like the static, no music in the background. But once again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. We're going to be having Close to Death picking up a Rexar and a Diablo. Now we have a Tyrande Genji coming out from the members of Revive Esports. They're pulling out all the stops. They do not want to take a loss on this. They want to take us to that game 5. That explains Thursday. I wish that Thursday was actually just Thursday, and we just had a little bit of a change in spelling. It's an O for a U. That's really about it, right? Alright, so we need to get some bans here. They need to ban out some sort of... Interesting. Well, Divine Blade Genji is a little annoying. You can double tank in a sense with an Uther. I don't think they would go for it. I like how Kaleo clipped it and titled it Bahamut laughs at my Hanzo joke. Did you post that in Discord too? Oh, there's a bunch of clips in here. That gif's in there as well. Thank you, Kaleo. Alright, cool. All that's all set, so let's go ahead and we'll get back into this. Medivh will be banned out. They actually did feel like it was a little annoying. The Leyline Seal was a nuisance. Like, well, Medivh didn't get stacked. That Leyline Seal right at the end was huge. Thank you so much, Kaleo. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you for being just the clip master. A P on the end. A gigantic capital P. Okay. Interesting. We are going to be getting Lucio once again from the members of Close to Death, and we saw this in game number 1 on Alterac Pass, and the Lucio I don't think got the value they're looking for. Maybe we see a sound barrier game this time? You just laughed at that joke a lot harder than I thought you would. I don't know why. Like, it was like all the puns tonight have been so good. I do gotta say, which one was it? There was one that just, it got me way too good. Where did you go? Hold on. Yeah, which was the one that was like, it was really good earlier? I should be talking about the draft, but I really wanted to find that pun. Alright, well, I'll have to look through the chat at some other point. Okay, so let's see. Sylvanas and Dahaka going to be picked up on the side of Revive Esports. A lot of push power coming out in their favor. What do we get for this last pick, though? You need a little bit more damage. I love a good Illidan. Alright, Illidan going to be coming into this. I didn't see it coming. I wasn't prepared. So Illidan to kind of be a global response in a sense at level 10 to Dahaka. I expect it to be Hunt. We could see Metamorphosis. I had to burp, sorry. We could see Metamorphosis, but I've seen a lot of Hunt lately, so that's what I'm kind of expecting. Hanzo, I like Hanzo here as well. Hanzo with the W build, or the simple geometry build, is a really or scatter arrow build, I guess you can call it. Is really good on the spot on this map because it's double boss. There's a lot of camps. Oh, it was the broom temperature one. Yes, I don't know why, but the broom temperature one got me way too good. I wasn't expecting it. I think that's really the big thing with that is it's just you just don't expect these good puns. Wow, and we actually loaded in super quick. So let's go ahead, get into this game number 4. On the left-hand side, I pushed the wrong button. Let's do this the proper way. Hold on. We're gonna do this with the fancy things that we've set up, okay? We're gonna let the frames settle. Let's push the right button. All right, on the left-hand side, we're gonna be having the members of Close to Death up 2 games in this best of 5 series, trying to close it out in this game number 4. We've got Huberman on the Lucio. Keenan will be on the Illidan. Cookie Man will be on the Rexar once again. Bloodsplat also reprising the role of Hanzo, and Red Robot on that Diablo. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Revive Esports trying to take us to that game number 5, down a match. Only have 1 point under their belt. We've got Tempest on the Tyrande, Fats on the Genji, Funbuns on the Sylvanas. Gronin is going to be on the Dahaka, and on that Garish, we're going to be having JTR. Let's go ahead and get into this mid lane brawl. So, not so much. Hanzo actually will be going for the target practice at level 1. So going to be stacking up against enemy heroes. Going to have to hit them each 3 times. No one expects a broom thermometer. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's true. No one does expect it. They do pop. Oh, wait, hold on. That burrow might have actually just... Do they have the speed boost? No. First blood going over to the members of Close to Death. They want to come. They're coming out for blood in this game number 4 here. Genji in top lane into Keenan. It should be absolutely fine. They do have that evasion. Just poke out. Wait, Sylvanas with the attempted juke, and it seemed to work out. Yeah, sometimes janitor puns just sweep you away. Yeah, they definitely do. Keenan is going to be targeted here. It's just, you guys are too much in chat. Thank you so much for hanging out. These teams have been super really good on point and just making sure we're getting these games. So just shout out to the teams as well. They're doing a phenomenal job of just keeping us in the games and keeping this best of 5 series rotating tonight. But Red Robot going to be taking a bit of damage. Toss goes out from the Garage. Shadow Charge just put themselves in a good spot. That is going to be another stack for that Warbreaker, and Fats does not get the kill there. Meanwhile, Misha and Rex are going to go ahead and grab this camp on the left-hand side. This isn't going to time out with the objective, but it will at least have some pressure here. And oh wait, no, nice tongue drag going to be coming out onto Illidan here. Doesn't get the kill. Sylvanas on the right-hand side will be using their trait, that black arrow, just to spread the damage, also get some value here. We actually see them going into the Might of the Banshee at level 1, not going to be going into the Unfurling Shadows, which we often do see. The question I have is, do we get... Oh, we get Possession. I was wondering if we're going to get Mercenary Queen or Possession, and it looks like it's going to be that Possession for the lane steal if they do have some catapults coming over against them. Illidan will be scattered out here on this top lane camp. We do have Huberman going to go ahead and just try and do their best to soak up that experience in the meantime. Bloodsplat in the bottom lane doing the same thing, just skimming through talents here. We do have Ignis Friend to Foe, yeah. So that's going to be big for an Illidan, just to be able to jump around onto the friendly members if they do get in a hairy spot there. Meanwhile, this mid lane push is going to be locked down a little bit from that Sylvanas. Sylvana camp 2 hours later. Yeah, they're doing all right. Sylvanas is all right. She's a ranged assassin, if I think that's what they're calling her now. Illidan, a bit of a bad spot, is going to be just diving out onto the Dahaka, but here Red Robot's diving in onto the backline. They've actually put themselves in a bit of a bad spot, but Dahaka's the first one to go down. Genji to find a kill onto the Misha Bear, and they have that reset for the Swift Strike. They get a kill onto Illidan. 1-for-1 trade. First objective will be popping up. The death timers are not the longest in the world. JTR wants to try and get a toss over onto one. That's going to be Red Robot so very low, and Diablo does go down. That Shuriken from Genji is going to solidify the kill. They didn't hearth back completely. Now Misha going to be pushing out a little bit here, trying to chase onto Tempest. That will be the Genji going back. Dahaka came back already and just brush struck straight into bottom and said, yeah, the friendly team, you've got this. Ping's coming out for this. No one... Okay, there we go. I also... If I just saw that correctly, the pings show differently for spectators. Maybe, I don't know if it's different for refs and spectators, but at least for spectator mode, the pings are showing up a little bit different for me, which is cool. It's just going to be first objective picked up in favor for the members of Reprieve Esports. But now, Reprieve Esports with that pickup as well as the kill onto the Hanzo here. They want to chase it onto Red Robot. Garrosh potentially has the toss. You can see Red Robot playing within the friendly minion wave, but that won't be enough, and they will be going down. Diablo going to be going... This is completely different game from Revive Esports. Revive Esports really... We're all ranged assassins. We're all just... We're all ranged assassins now. Gigantic capital P. Yep. Okay, Leo, thank you so much. Genji gonna be not grab. Okay, I was about to, just waiting till the stream popped over and saw what Genji was doing. Just here, we'll give you the. I know you're waiting to be on stream, so here's your moment, Fats. Clearing out this camp. Big plays, big Genji plays. Look at that. Not even taking damage. Mid lane, we're just going to be continuing to have soak for experience, and 10s are the goal for both, but no one going to be hitting it just yet. We can have this little bit of a time before we have those 10s hit. Oh, you just saw JTR was about to face check that bush, and with that Sentinel coming out, they did not. Misha taking this long rotation, but that gives time for Huberman to get the channel onto this. No interruption. They get the kill onto Misha, but that's a trade out that I'd be willing to give. Well, not so much, but just in the sense of being able to grab the tribute. They 1-to-1 it with the objective. Pro Genji. Sorry for the delay, I was in the bathroom. So a gigantic capital P. Genji on the camp is a definite P. Alright, 10s are really, really close with the members of Revive Esports, and I don't think they're going to try and fight this on the side of close to death. Down the talent tier, it might not be worth it. Illidan's still getting a lot of good damage in. Actually going to be going ahead and just pushing into this top lane, trying to open this up a little bit more. Jayhow, hey! Am I interested in casting with you on Friday? Unfortunately, I cannot cast with you on Friday. My family is in town. Thank you, though. I really appreciate it. I would have loved to, but I'm going to be spending the night with them because they fly out the next morning. So if it was any other Friday, I definitely would be on for it, but unfortunately not this Friday. I cannot. Suddenly a Jayhow. Yeah, Jayhow. Yeah. Thanks for coming by, Jayhow. I hope your Apex games were really good earlier. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the talent tier. With the 10 talents, we actually do have that Hunt and Fur the Illidan. We do have the Sound Barrier for Lucio, so not going to be going for the high 5 as we did see in that game number 1. Bosses are going to be traded out almost simultaneously, a little bit slower on the side of Revive Esports. While Jayhow appears, exactly. Ah. Alright, top lane push, bottom lane push, and we have an objective popping up as well. Dahaka can brush talk up at any point. We do have Keenan with the Hunt for the Illidan as well. Hey, Misha gonna be trying to get some fast with the reset and just being able to dive in on them. Damage coming out from the boss as well. They're going to be pushing in. Sylvanas going to be diving for it as well. Cookie Man is going to be this chase onto them. Dragon Blade coming out from Fats here. They have the swipe. One more. That will be enough. Hanzo with the arrow. They actually have the friendly toss out from Garrosh. Now the Lightning Breath will be coming out because the whole team is here. They get the dive onto one. That's going to be Tyrande going down. Illidan wants to continue this. They get the kill onto Sylvanas as well. They have the vision for Fats, but they say, you know what? JTR could be the next target, and that is going to be the next target for them. As JTR said, you know what? I will sacrifice as our Genji can get away. Oh, hold on, Illidan gonna be just hitting and hitting, hitting and hitting, hitting, and they get the kill. And they pick this up. 2 for 2 on objectives. Bottom lane boss does go down. Mid lane still has some pressure to deal with. I thought of the perfect name for your dog, Bahamut. It's like it's absolutely perfect, actually. That's so good. I feel a little vain in that regard, but still, it's still really good. Mid lane's gonna get cleared out. We have Siege Camp pushed in for the top lane. This is going to be Bruiser Camp. This looks like Sylvanas will be going ahead and grabbing that. Next objective is going to be a big deal for both these teams. That will be first Cursed going over to either side. That will be popping up in that bottom left as we just showed there fairly soon as well. So they're just trying to add in some pressure. Keenan doing that in top lane, and we actually see the Dahaka going for the clear as quick as possible to make sure that the Siege Camp won't be stacking up. 30 seconds on the objective. 13s are here for both. Sylvanas is going to be finishing this out with the help of Tyrande. Point going to be here, and now both teams with 13s. All the heroics are off cooldown, except for Dragon Blade. Dragon Blade has 10 seconds on it, but so does the objective. A little bit less, but still, or a little bit more, but either way. I'm waiting for the... Let's go ahead and pull the talents away here, and let's get a whole zoom in on how they're going to be coming in on this. Dahaka's still in that top lane. Misha going to be the target with the initial toss. Lunar Flare follow up. They actually get the snipe with the Sentinel. Red Robot coming in here. Now we have the channel coming out from a couple members. They need to get this stall into this. Genji. Oh, nice Wailing Arrow, but that's a whole Wailing Arrow just to get the stall into this. Now, Tongue Drag goes out, but Red Robot seems to be the target. That is going to be the hunt coming in from the Illidan on the backline. Nice arrow from Hanzo as well. Red Robot taking so much damage. They are going to pop that Lightning Breath, but they do go down. They lose their souls. Fun Buns with just under 200 health is just able to get out, but JTR so low as well. The healing from Tyrande is so very good, and now they're actually pushing them back. JTR finishes out their questing talent, and they get the Dahaka. They try and dive in with Genji, but they end up going down. Keenan is not gonna be lost there as Tempest gets thrown out with the friendly toss, and they don't have anything else to chase this deeper. Hanzo with the scatter arrow, but JTR goes down, and that is not the situation you want to be in this situation, because you just got cursed. You have 3 members down, averaged over 15 seconds across all of them. They do have some good push in here. Keenan is going to have to deal with mid lane as Diablo is going to be rotating to top. The reason Diablo needs to go and do this by themselves is because, well, they need souls. They just went down, and they basically can fire stomp and get an entire clear on a wave. So we'll be seeing that coming out from them. Meanwhile, though, the rest of the team is going to be in that bottom lane pushing, and they want this keep pressure. Illidan does have the hunt as well. They could look for one of these backline members. If they can stagger out a death, that'll be huge for them. Illidan's still in this mid lane as well. They're probably just watching that bottom lane, just hitting some buttons here and there to make sure that they're not going to get picked up by this Dahaka. Nice use of diving forward there just to get that clear onto the wave. Picks up the mid lane keep, or the mid lane fort. Top lane fort goes down as well. Then... gonna get some heckling onto the Dahaka here, because they're not gonna be taking tower shots for the next 11 seconds. Gonna get tongue drag. Taunt goes out as well. They've got a hunt. They can hunt into a minion in another wave. Oh, but they can't, because there's the contagion, and that's going to be the isolation getting the kill over. So they stagger out of death right as the curse ends. But they got a lot of value there. Nightbot, please stop spamming. I'll have to fix that at some point. Sorry about that, but either way, go ahead and check out all those things: Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. We do have a camp rotation coming out from the members of Close to Death, and I gotta say, this game... Oh, wait, the arrow coming out from Core. All the way from Core. Hanzo with the arrow. That actually slows down this chase. Red Rocket taking a lot of damage, but they have the toss coming out from Fats. The boop from Lucio's trying to keep them alive. The sound barrier. Sound barrier. Sound barrier is up. Why was the sound barrier used? I'm so confused. They could have kept them alive. Why wasn't sound... Before Dibble's rework, clearing an entire wave of Fire Stomp during Curse was so satisfying. Oh yeah, because it's basically a straight line. That's so weird to like, because it has that cone shape now, and that's such a norm to see, because it makes a lot of sense for the Fire Stomp, the way it works. But yeah, just it's so crazy. Lucio and Chromie not banned for 2 weeks for Estiv. Satat, no, they're actually, I got this cleared by an admin, and I even checked on the website. The only current ban for the S Division for Heroes Lounge is cloning Lucio with Abathur, because what happens is, actually someone clarified in chat, and I think it was Bad Bros, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody did, so whoever did, thank you so much. But if you clone Lucio with Abathur, no matter what heroic Lucio takes, you can still actually use High Five. So Lucio being cloned by Abathur is banned, but all the heroes are up and available. Lucio and Chromie are up and available. There's another there's another league, another amateur league out there that actually they do have a ban onto Chromie and Lucio for I think the first 2 weeks. I don't think it's specified, but I'm just assuming it's the first 2 weeks. We'll see. I think that's just gonna be their rule for major reworks like that, and maybe it was just internally discussed. I don't know all the big. I just know what's banned for which league. That's all I try and make sure I manage to do. Curse point coming up. They don't want to give this over. They've got a boss in top lane. If they can pick this up on the side of Revive, that will be huge for them. Because boss will just barrel into that core. Hunt coming out from the Illidan onto that. That's going to be the arrow from Hanzo as well. There's so much damage. Warlord's challenge. Sylvanas is the first one to go down. Shadowstalk was used. In the backline, we currently have that contagion spread onto one with that isolation, and now the Shadow Charge onto one, but now Illidan is just going to be shredding through. Bloodsplat is going to be trying to channel this. That's going to be the toss out, and they make the retreat away. Top lane still has a boss pushing in. They need to hearth back, and you can see that happening from the majority of the team. Toss goes out onto Misha. Oh. There was a little red line that shot across the map, and it looks like it's going to be, with the Hearth coming out from Cookie Man, they pulled the Misha into core as well. They're able to save their top lane keep. Mid lane is going to be cleared out as well. And the next objective will be popping up fairly soon in this top right position. Let's go ahead and take a peek at 16 talent tier, as well as some of the other numbers once we get a peek at all that. Must be tough to keep up with all the rules for multiple leagues. Kinda, sorta, not really. I don't know, I do this so much. LOL teleporting bear, exactly, that was so good. Oh, Scout from the Hanzo arrow will provide the vision for the friendly team, but Tongue Drag goes out, it doesn't connect. They want to try and take this fight. Shadow Charge in, that's gonna be Diablo getting tossed out. They don't think they have souls available. Breakdown will be used by the Lucio right there. Hanzo with the arrow, huge stun, but no big follow-up. Misha with that. They steal away the camp, and mostly gonna be using those that heroic right there just to buy time for them to pick up the camp. Sorry. I'm chugging tea in between some of the fights, and I chug way too much. Hunt from the Illidan comes into this backline. That will also be, the cleanse going to be out as well. They have the Shadow Charge in. Warlord Challenge goes out, but it's not going to be enough. And now this camp's still pushing in. Red Robot's trying to stay alive with the Fire Stomp going through. They're going to get so much value into that, and now Bloodsplat can go ahead and channel that once and for all. Misha going to go down once again. A lot of bear deaths, but no major deaths. That will be the Sentinel coming out just to delay this out a little bit further, because they need to send someone back fairly soon. But yeah, I don't know. It's not crazy hard. Also, a lot of the, like, some of them actually have commands in the caster channel where you can hit ! ban, and it'll pop up with all the information. Or I just go to their website and double check it. But yeah, they usually they'll give us a ping as well as in caster channels when the admins make like a ruling like that. I know they did one in Heroes Lounge, but since I'm in 40 some discords, I usually miss things. So Illidan gonna be clearing out the bottom lane. This late game is gonna be, I honestly think that this game number 4 will come down to who makes a bad play, and in the sense of just who gets wiped first. I really think that's the death timers are so long. It's 2-2 in curse points once again. They've denied the curse point for this entire game. That overall curse on the side of closest does so well. Starfall seems like it would have better use here. I could agree with that. Shadowstalk gives that burst of healing, but barely made it. Thank you, Kalia. All right, let's go ahead and see what happens here. Tribute spawning. This could be the tribute that ends the game for either team. Whoever wins the fight and takes the curse, that's going to be a good time for them. All right, we have 20 talent here. Illidan actually going to be going in for the Nexus Frenzy, or Nexus Blade, excuse me. Zoning with the Misha. Heal goes out. Curse is going to be picked up. They just completely back off of this. Dahaka in the top lane. Wait, hold on. The hunt from Illidan. That's going to be the arrow out from Hanzo as well. Play of the game will be used. That's going to be them diving out. Fats is going to take a lot of damage. Wailing arrow comes out as well. They get the dismount. That's going to be Keenan diving forward. They say, throw me over the wall. That's absolutely fine. But the Warlord Challenge will confirm the kill. 64 seconds on that Illidan. They aren't going to be able to get any sort of value into that, but that will be the Shadow Stalk going to be used. They dive in. That's a lot of damage coming out. Silence is going to be spreading to so many members with that Contagion upgrade at level 20. Lightning Breath coming out from the Diablo, but they get swiped to death. That's not going to be the situation you want to be. Huberman will be going down, and now they start to chase this. A blink forward as well. Cookie Man going to be taking so much damage. He's just trying to stay alive. And he's not going to. Top lane does still have pressure that will win out because, well, it only takes one hit. This is going to be mid lane pressure as well, but with 3 members down and a lot of seconds on most of them, grabbing this boss is a huge play. There's not a ton they can do, so, I mean, they could actually send someone back and defend through this. Look, Diablo and Hanzo? What do you do? Are they going to try and confirm the keep in mid or something? The Haka is going to be back. Cursed ends. They get the mid lane keep. Going for top. Boss is picked up. I think they just make they make the call instantaneously, and they're just like, let's go ahead and hearth back because this bottom lane is going to need to be responded to. Starfall and that much dive gives Peel an instant CD reduction on heal. That's true. Lockdown onto the tower with Fun Buns' trait there. Rexar down for another 7 seconds. Keeps gone. They're pushing in. They want to try and end. Let's pull away the stats here. Toss goes out onto Diablo. They don't have any souls. They're so low. The break it down, I think, was used as well from the Lucy to try and keep them alive, but Diablo gets shredded here. Now the Illidan's taking a lot of damage. They are isolated. They get pulled away, and they're going to go down, but Tahaka gets picked off here. Boss is still on core, is still fairly healthy. This is 19 minutes into the game, or I think it was 18 minutes when it got picked up. Stun goes out as well. Misha trying to get some damage here. The team turns around and says, we've got to deal with this boss. This is dealing damage to the core. Now they're just turning over. Blood Splat tries to get the agility over the wall, and it looks like the core is going to be going down. We are going to be having ourselves a game number 5. That's going to be the toss and everything, and now we get ourselves... GG's. Game number 4 goes over to the members of Revive Esports. GG. Well. Welcome back to Heroes Lounge. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Close to Death, and on the right, we've got the members of Revive Esports. This is an S Division matchup for Heroes Lounge, so we have a best-of-5 series, and we got exactly that. We have all 5 games being played. I have not updated this, so let's go ahead. Let's go take a peek at some of the map bans that did happen. We did have game... Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know how... Hold up 1 second. Sorry. I need to actually see who's first pick, first ban. Okay, there we go. So it's actually over on this side. There we go. So Revive Esports, they wanted first pick, I think, on the left-hand side because they lost. So Revive Esports are going to be going ahead and picking the map. They have chosen to take us to Infernal Shrines. And if you're... Sorry, it's a little discombobulated. I don't know how to select the 5th map. And I need to figure this out. Shout out, Weenus, if you're in chat, please tell me, because I don't there's a bunch of little areas you can hit here, and I just don't know which one actually turns it to game number 5. So either way, Infernal Shrines will be our game number 5 here, map number 5. Let's go ahead and take a peek at this, as we do have Abathur, Nubrek going to be banned out by the members of Close to Death, and we have a Zeratul and Samuro on the side of Revive Esports. That makes sense. The Samuro game that we saw earlier, so strong. Nubrek has made some big waves in the matchups this evening, so I'm just making sure all my numbers and everything are looking good when it comes to outputs. Okay, we're good. A quick pee after drinking capital T. That's true. It is capital T. It's good. It's good tea. Joanna will be picked up on the side of Close to Death. Infernal Shrines, she's extremely strong here. Great in the rotations, great in the anchoring, as well as grouping up the minions and pulling them together. Or just the clear under the shrine here. Do we see an Asmodan pickup? Please, please, please. We're not gonna get Asmodan. I just want it with all of my heart. Garrosh and Ana, though, gonna be picked up on the right-hand side, as this will be Revive Esports just coming out the gate with a support and a tank. Not a bad idea at all, because it doesn't show a ton of what you plan to do with your draft. So far, it looks like it's lockdown and blow up. I heard a noise, but I think I just got a friend request and I can't respond to it because everything's hidden below me. What type of tea is it? It's black tea. It's Earl Grey with a wee bit of sugar, just to sweeten it a little bit. So it's just kind of keeps the palate but going. I don't know. That's the best way that I like it. Just a little bit like whenever I do black teas, a slight bit of sugar, and then green teas, I don't put anything in them. I get a lot of capital T's from you guys. Joanna Ragnaros, Jaina picked up on the left-hand side here, and we have a Tyrande ban coming out from Revive Esports. Makes sense. They do need a support. Pairs well into their team. Tyrande's just strong overall. We could see something in the Alex Straza department or the Stukov department on the side of Close to Death. It's not... it's just a great hero synergy for a lot of those things. As well as maybe a Leoric on top of all that. But ban-wise, they do need to pick up some sort of Shrine Clear, so maybe banning out the Kael'thas or the Gul'dan would be a great idea on the side of Close to Death, so that way they don't have any of that massive Shrine Clear, but they're looking for the Hanzo. Okay. Hanzo going to be banned out. You know what I'm talking about. Capital T's from... Yeah, yes? I'm confused. Delays, I'm gonna blame the delay. And also, because I need to eat. Garrosh, Ana, Sylvanas, Genji gonna be picked up here on the side of Revive. These last two picks, though, coming out from Close to Death. Solo lane needs to... Well, Ragnaros can solo lane. They're gonna need support. Maybe a solo lane. I like the idea of Leoric here. But it's going to be Lucio and Uther. Double support. Okay. They're going for the extra heals on the side of Close to Death. They do not want to just... They just don't want to die. But that also means Ragnaros will be their solo lane. Sylvanas could be that matchup, but in the rotation she'll be pretty strong. Chromie show up tonight? Not yet, Satat. She was banned out in a couple games. We could see her here, honestly. I doubt it. But we could see her here. This is a great map for her. That's gonna be Imperious though. Yeah, she got banned once or twice, if I'm not mistaken. Oh. Kaleo. Oh, Kaleo. Okay. I follow ya. All right, let's go ahead and get into this draft a little bit here. We're gonna be loading in just a second. We have Joanna, Ragnaros, Jaina, Uther, Lucio. Really strong in the burst department on the side of that Jaina, set up from the Joanna. Uther has the lockdown as well. Then Ragnaros can provide some extra damage on top of that. But realistically, on the right-hand side, Revive Esports got that Ana, Genji, Imperious, Sylvanas, and Garrosh. I honestly think Lucio's better than Karazim now. Ooh. That says a lot, because Karazim was considered one of the better heroes to pick up when you go for a dive composition, in how his Divine Palm can be extremely powerful, as well as the 7-sided strike is great in high health pool enemy teams and stuff like that. So it's if it's rivaling it, that's great in my opinion. But let's find out. Let's get into this. Game number 5 in this best of 5 series. On the left, we've got Close to Death, up 2 games with Huberman on the Lucio. We're going to be having Cookie Man not on the Rexar this time. We're going to be having them on the Jaina, Red Robot on the Joanna, Bloodsplat going to be on the Uther, and Keenan on the Ragnaros. On the right-hand side, up 2 games as well in this best of 5, we've got Revive Esports with Fats on the Genji, JTR going to be on the Garrosh there, Gromany going to be on the Imperious. We have Tempest on the Ana and Funbuns on the Sylvanas. Let's move into mid. Yet Sylvanas is not going to be going for the Unfurling Shadows for the extra damage. Ragnar's going for the Sulfurous Hungers at level 1, as well as the Silver Touch. Yes, for the Uther at level 1 as well. Genji and this game has so much tension in it already. You can see that the way they're playing, they're just trying to get these picks here and there. Fats is going to be diving in. That's going to be a lot of good damage. And Cookie Man is going to be the initial target. They actually have the speed boost, but that's going to be Jaina going down. Now they turn and say, hey, this is a Ragnaros, and the team is not here. They actually have Lucio trying to Boostio their way up. That's going to be the Celestial Charge. Genji does get the kill. 2 kills off the bat in this game. Huberman does have the ability to kind of maneuver around here. Also, Blood Splat comes in, but we can just show here that 2 kills sub 1 minute into the game is only going to yield you about 600 experience. I think Lucio's worst version of every healer with cleanse. In the right hands, yeah, I can agree with that, Satat. In the right hands, you can say that about almost any hero too. I mean, like, I've played with Joanna players who top in hero damage. Also, I don't play at like master level, so there's that difference too. When it comes to actually, you know, a skill level, so you know, Joanna being able to like out damage some people, it says a lot about some situations. But in the right hands of any hero, you can absolutely body with them. The main thing that we're going to be seeing from both these teams, though, on this map is going to be rotations between mid and bottom. Lingering Shell, yes, is going to be picked at level 1 Zul rules. That is going to be increasing the duration. So they're just looking for that extra time to get some more burst damage out from 4 to 6 seconds. Celestial Charge putting a little bit of damage, and actually just going to be trying to get that Sulfurous Hunger stacks as quickly as possible. Only sitting at 7 out of the 25, 30. Meanwhile, though, down here we have a bit of a brawl breaking out. JTR taking some damage. Tempest needs to get the heals as well. I'm just peeking up between top and bottom here as Grumman is trying to go in on this, but it's not going to yield them what they want. Possession, once again, for that Sylvanas, not going to be going for any sort of extra push power with the minion wave, but trying to steal minions away from the enemy team as much as possible. Level 4s are here already. We have camps going to be picked up here. Objective will be popping up in about 30 seconds. So we should wait. The Genji on this minimap is it's not showing to the enemy team, but it's showing to me. Celestial Charge goes in, but the burst is there regardless. They get the kill. Once again, making these rotations. Revive Esports is making some big plays this early game. We can actually once again just show that kill now 2 minutes into the game is going to be yielding them basically as much as the first 2 kills that they got. So it's a lot of good damage coming out here. Funbun's going to be able to get right out of there. Tempest with some healing darts as well, and they just rotate up into mid lane for the clear onto this as well as the objective, which has spawned. No one going for the Impaler camps just yet. Ragnaros was down, so they did have the Jaina come back up here to just help out with that. No Fingers of Frost is noted by Zul Rules in chat there. That lingering Frost is going to give them that increased time to try and get some extra damage out, which might help out with the stacking for their base. And hold on, Fats is going to be getting some dipping and diving into this backline, and it's going to be Ragnaros chasing in. Deflect will push back that damage. Sleep Dart goes on to the Ana. Healing Dart as well onto Fats, and now they start to turn this around. No 7 talent here over the enemy team, so they try and fight in on this on even talents. Gromma taking a bit of damage. That is going to be the spaghetti ball per se, dropping down and getting some push that... Wait, I'm waiting for the Celestial Charge onto one member here, but it looks like they're focusing in on the objective, and they've moved their way in on this. Ragnaros with the Molten Core, but it might be a little bit early for this, because here's the thing. So, what a lot of Ragnaros, like I've done this too. Ragnaros, oh wait, Funbun's taking a lot of damage, gets the Banshees over the wall, instantly goes for the Hearth, but says, well, no, I'm going to mount up and just go ahead and tap my well. But what happens here is you use the Ragnaros Molten Core, and you can steal away this Shrine. The thing is, if they lose this out, that's going to be no Molten Core for the defense, but hey, they're banking on the fact of them winning it, and that is exactly going to be the case. They should be able to confirm this was all the AoE they have. Arcane Punisher going over in their favor. Celestial Charge goes over. That might have been a misstep on their end on the side of Revive Esports as they get 1 kill here. JTR might be going down as well. That's going to be the second pickup. Ana not able to heal through all that. 7 talent here over the enemy team, but unfortunately, they're not able to do that. No one doing anything. I've got to get my... hold on. Let me just let the teams know we got to pause so we can get a chapstick run for Bad Bros. Unfortunately, you're going to miss a little bit there, but that will be the first objective picked up in favor for Close to Death. I've got my chapstick. What did I miss? Let's see. I'm looking back at stream. You missed a decent fight over the Punisher and some kills going over in favor for Close to Death, but they take down, casually they take down a fort in their first Arcane Punisher. Now we have 7 talents here for both these teams. Keenan will rotate over to this camp on the left-hand side. Imperius will be doing a little bit of lane management in top, and we have reset for the next objective. Is going to be popping up in either top or bottom. They're trying to open up this bottom lane a little bit more in case it does pop up there to give them that extra value if there is that jump. They just can't bait it over the wall. They can move right in as a team. Sylvanas with the Banshees forward there. I'm watching minimap. I didn't look at the timer, but I think we should be around the 7-minute mark in game for the next objective. That's going to be the Shaman Camp picked up by Keenan here, fed into top lane. Grumman not showing either. Bottom lane does have a bit of a skirmish currently. Huberman taking a lot of damage. Sleep Dart goes out, and that's going to be some burst, but the wall ride is not quick enough. Next objective will be in bottom lane, so they do want to make a point to just try and steal away this camp, as well as get some value into them fast with the dive forward. That's a lot of damage coming onto Cookie Man. Cleanse will be there as well. Oh, and they're able to get out with just a little bit of health. Uther tries to stay on the point, does go down, sacrifices himself, does also finish the Silver Touch at level 1. So it's going to be the Sulfurous Hungers for the Ragnaros. Is going to be sitting at 21 out of the 30 stacks. Also, the Catching Fire is going to be at 9 out of the 15. That one I know is, I had them mixed up earlier. We also have 5,000 out of the 15,000 for the Jaina for the Ice Block, 11 out of the 15 for the Groundbreaker for the Garrosh there, and Fun Buns, they're trying to take out this wall. They want to take out the lane sustain before this. That is also a nice use of the Indomitable Tempest with the Sleep Dart out as well. He just came in here and he's staring at me. Why don't you lay in your bed? Alright, 10s are going to be achieved almost simultaneously, so while we have that happening, let's go ahead and cycle through some of the other talents. Hold on, Banshee's going forward. No engagement with that. Now they're spreading that poison damage. Fat's taking a little bit of damage himself. Nice Celestial Charge onto 2. They have the knockback from Lucio, that boop, just to disengage the engagement. Eye of Horus is going to be coming out from the Ana. We're not going to be seeing the Nano Boost. So first time we've been able to see this in quite some time, as it has been banned out consistently for many weeks because of some stasis issues as well as some vehicle issues. X-Strike for that Genji, Angelic Armaments for the Imperious. We are going to be having the Warlord Challenge for that Garrosh, as well as the Wailing Arrow for the Sylvanas. 10s have also been picked up on the side of Close to Death. Break it down. Blessed Shield. Water Elemental. Uther, are you going Divine Storm or are you going Divine Shield? Come on. Don't tempt me like this. Also, Ragnaros, are you going for... Oh, Joanna taking a lot of damage, but they have the sidewall already taken out. So Furious Smash for the Ragnaros. Okay, so not going to be going for the lane push with that. And Divine Storm for the Uther. Here we go. Close to Death. With some big talents at 10. So Furious Smash is not something we've often seen. Mostly because Lava Wave is just so powerful, being able to just push through the wave and like you'd see a Lava Wave being thrown into top lane right now, or at least right as they're going to be going into this objective. That is also going to be Ragnaros finishing out the Sulfurous Hunger, so going to be getting the benefits from killing the minions, just getting that extra damage. And then we're also going to be seeing, I think it's healing. There you go, yeah. Healing, excuse me, mana reimbursement there. We actually have a fight breaking out here, so let's just take a peek at this. We'll pull away the talents for now. Top lane still has that camp pushing in. She gets back on the Horus. Horus will be going out and actually confirming the kill onto Ragnaros there. That's a nice pick coming out from Tempest there. The support player is sniping for some... Well, actually, the Imperious is going to go ahead and steal that away, but they get the pick onto Joanna as well. Well, this is really good for Revive Esports here. They're able to pick this up. Now, they do have a top lane camp pushing in their favor, too. This is huge, because I've actually seen, and I've noted this before, J-House made a video of this a long time ago, and it actually, the big thing to note from this is that this camp, left to its own devices, will completely push out this lane on its own and win and take out a fort. You can see Uther and Lucio going to be rotating up. They don't have the quickest clear, so this might be the camp taking out this fort before it actually gets burned down, because, as I said, Bloodspat and Huberman are not going to have the quickest clear, and this lane's a little stacked out. Actually... Yeah, they get the clear. They'll save their top lane fort, but here's the thing. Bottom lane has an Arcane Punisher, Frozen Punisher moving on in. Cookie Man taking a bit of damage, locked down onto the tower. Shield Glare out as well. It's just going to be the tower going down. It gets locked down by Sylvanas, and now they push in on this 13 talent here in their favor. They don't push in with the Punisher any further than just that fort. They want to try and maybe rotate in for mid. The gate's not down, so they have to play this a little bit safe. A little bit safer. Genji going to be diving out with the deflect damage as well, just trying to do their best. And that also will be the siege camp picked up in favor for the members of Revive Esports. This game number 5 is just it's on the wire. Like, it's very, very tense. A lot of the plays here are extremely important, and they want to make sure that they're not going to be losing out, because it's S division. There's a big old prize pool on this. Furious on top. Clearing this out. They actually want to try and go for the fort here. We see a couple members also rotating around Revive Esports with this aggressive play. If they get scouted out, this could be a little hairy for them. They do have the talent tier advantage over the enemy team. Pings are coming out. The Camp is locked down. You can see them playing a little bit on the safer side. Now we have the Imperius coming in here. They're fighting in this tight corridor. That will be the Divine Storm coming out. They're also going to be popping the Morton Core in mid lane. Sylvanas is the first one to go down here. Break It Down will be used by that Lucio. They're chasing in. Fats is going to be able to get the dash right out of there. A lot of damage onto Grommen, and they end up going down. Camp left just to be picked up by the enemy team. We also do have Ragnaros finishing out. I think it was because he came out of the Molten Core, so there might be just like a little bit of a UI bug right there. But he already had finished out on Catching Fire and the Sulphurous Hungers. Maybe the Catching Fire was just completed. No, it was completed earlier when Eye of Horus actually got the kill. So it was way, way long ago. It must be just a little bit of a bug visually. 13 to 14 in talent tiers. Top lane's got some nice stacked up pressure. Jaina's trying to get the clear. Red Robot is going to be moving up as well. Uther's the only one in bottom. Genji showing in mid. They can rotate their Genji up, and it looks like that's going to be the case. They're looking for that backline into this. X-Strike is up and available. Dive in. Some shurikens going out as well. Pulling him in here and there. Some healing going out. That's going to be Sylvanas going in. Eye of Horus goes out. Cookie Man's going to be the target. Sylvanas is trying to go in on this, but it's not working out. Meanwhile, Ana's taking way too much damage from the minion wave. And Ana goes down to the minion wave. X-Strike comes out there. Jaina is going to be going down to Sylvanas, so a 1-for-1 trade, but you do not want to see that happen here. Getting picked off by the minion wave, stuck in the Eye of Horus. At that point, you just burn the bullets as quickly as possible. Get out, drop that. Nexus Forces OP. If you're not sure what the Nexus Forces are, it's the minions, it's the mercenaries, it's basically anything besides enemy heroes on the map that deals damage to you. So these are all the Nexus Forces that they actually just destroyed and resummoned in their favor. I love having a 20-second delay on the stream because it's so much easier. Does she know she can cancel? But then you waste all the bullets, Satat. Come on, you don't want to waste bullets. Shake my head. Oh, bad bros. Alright, mid lane is going to be the next shrine. We still haven't had one up in top lane just yet. Right? Yeah. Because mid lane was the first one, and so this is the third. Either way, that's going to be a lot of damage already coming out. 16 talent tier in favor for the members of Revive. They want to pressure with this talent tier, and you can see Ragnaros is rotating over into mid. Gonna pop that Molten Core a little bit early on that, but does clear out the minion wave. Should be able to secure 16 for the friendly team. Blessed Shield does go out as well. They are going to pop that Angelic Armament, I do believe. That's going to be extra going out. The Jaina is going to be going down. Funbun's taking a lot of damage. The Eye of Horus for the healing is going to be going through a lot of these members, but the knockback from Lucio cancels that out. Joanna to go down here, chasing farther forward. They want to get more kills. They just put some poke damage out. They go back, and that will be the shrine in favor for Revive Esports. Wonder Bread, what's up? Yes, stacks indeed. We can actually take a peek at some of those stacks as have all of the questing talents besides Jaina's baseline already done. JTR are going to be scanning this out. Friendly team is going to be moving in. No, they actually back off and they say, you know what, just give it over. They have it. Oh, wow. The double stun coming out from Blood Sweat. This is just gonna be mid lane Punisher picked up. Yes, Kaleo. Yes, yes, Nexus Forces are definitely way too OP in that clip right there. Yes, that is so good. They lock this down. Sylvanas has some really good trait power on this map with the Punishers. You can already see this Punisher's still at 100%. Now they just take this down for free because that has locked it down long enough. And they have a mid lane Punisher pushing in full health, and their team is going to be just rotating out. I'm a little surprised by this. I'd be expecting them to try and push in as a 5-stack, but this Punisher's just going to get burned down. They'll take down the front gate, and that's really about it. Genji now rotating back over. Just going to try and clear out top lane a little bit. Sorry, Ana. Oh, man. Possession onto a couple of those minions, so they're going to be stealing them over just to buff their own minion wave, so it's a little bit beefier. They've got the clear onto this fairly easily with that Ragnaros. We can actually peek through some of the numbers here, as we have been slowly progressing on all of this. 17 to 18 in levels, 5 to 10 in kills, and the map is a lot more in favor for Revive Esports, but they can still open this up on the side of Close to Death. They're not too far behind. We're just going to be seeing rotations coming out. Genji, in a sense, anchoring for the friendly team, or at least just scouting out the rotations. They do have the most mobility, so anyone trying to get onto them or lock them down won't be the easiest unless they get some sort of Blessed Shield, Sulfurious Smash, which, speaking of Sulfurious Smash, I feel like we haven't seen that yet in this game being utilized. Nice shield glare there just to check that bush and make sure they're not going to be rotating into a bad position. Get the clear in this mid lane. Top lane stacked up quite a bit, and you can just see them making safe rotations consistently across the board. It's probably the... and so, okay, it's a little bit of a UI bug there because they just dropped to 0. And gotta be popping Molten Core. I believe it's a 2-minute cooldown. We should have the bottom lane objective popping up pretty soon, so... interested use on that. And yeah, as I said, it's going to be a bit of a bug because that questing talent will continually say it's done. But hey, stacks for Wonder Bread. You can just, yeah, there's it's real. Both of these teams are just like, you know what, we're gonna play it safe until the objective, and so we're just gonna be throwing some minions on the board, throw some things for you all to work on and do, and not do much beyond that. Side has the Bruiser camp up and available. It's just gonna be a lot of, it's just both the teams there. It's as I said this a lot in the earlier portion of this game, it's a very, very tense map at this point because it's game number 5 for S Division for Heroes Lounge, and it's a bit of a worrisome spot to be in. You don't really want to be giving this any sort of advantages that you have, and I would say that Revive Esports on this map currently are holding all, I wouldn't say all the cards, but a lot of the cards, and they're looking for that 20 before the next objective, which could be the last objective for either team. This is an Arcane, excuse me, not an Arcane Punisher, but a 17-minute Punisher, which will scale per minute. This is the hard part for the members of Revive. They want to get 20s, but they have to wait for the waves to crash into them. Actually, this wave might, yeah, this is going to be enough from just this wave right here. Sylvanas with the possession as well to steal a couple minions away. They should be able to clear out this camp and get the last little bit of trickle experience they need. No, they need just a little bit more, so Imperius will do that in bottom lane. But this is going to be Shrine activating right now. It is an Arcane Punisher. 20s are here as well. Eye of Horus upgrade. We're going to be having the Deadeye. That's really good. I like that Deadeye. Genji with the Living Weapon. We're going to be having Heavenly Host for the Imperius for some extra buffing for the friendly team. Deafening Blast for the Sylvanas. I don't often see this as the upgrade for the level 20 pick, and Titanic Might, which is really, really fun. Top lane is just going to be pushed through because they're just trying to find their 20s. They say, you know what, we'll go for the defense. Let's open this up and at least push out top lane. Maybe get a little bit more than just this front gate. But they need to get another wave here. Joanna going to be picking that up in mid lane. You can already see them pressuring up the bottom as the Arcane Punishers picked up here. And now they have their 20s themselves. Tempest with the Eye of Horus here. And just hitting the people back at the core. Or at the keep. Interesting choice. Interesting, to say the least. Imperius and Genji did come back. So it is going to be Sylvanas in this bottom lane still. Right? No, Sylvanas went back as well. They're just going to pick up the Arcane Punisher this late into the game and just back right out of there? Ragnaros gets in the Molten Core form. We're probably not going to see much. They also went for Heroic Difficulty as well at level 20. So, yeah, cooldown reduced by 50 seconds, and so I believe it's like a 70-second cooldown now, and that's really quick to be able to run that Molten Core consistently like that. And they'll be able to save their keeps really long. Now, they do pressure out through mid. Lockdown from Sylvanas, a lot of big bursts going on to this fort. Tempest playing in that backline. That is going to be the Punisher going down. They get right out of there. Genji with agility over the wall. I'm humming at this very, very hard. This is a little, both these teams playing this a little redemption from the Uther as well, so they can come back. That was a strange decision. I agree. That was really interesting. Heroics are all back. Genji diving in. Eye of Horus is going to be used. Going to be trying to hit a couple members here. There's going to be a Joanne in the backline getting Celestial Charge, and Indestructible will be used. Did they go for the... They actually didn't. They went for the Blessed Shield upgrade. They did not go for the Indestructible, or the... Is it Indestructible? I think it is, actually. Stun duration by 33% and maximum enemies hit by 2. So it bounces a little bit more. So what is it? What's the initial bounce? Bounces to 2 nearby enemies. Now we just get the bounce for days. It just keeps going around and around. Let's go ahead and take a peek at some of the numbers here. Bruiser camp picked up. We do have the Shaman camp, or excuse me, Shaman camp picked up on the left and Siege camp picked up on the right hand side. It looks like we're going to be having this down on the left as well. Trying to pressure up this top lane a little bit more. Feed the Shaman camp in as far into the lane as possible. Genji trying to do that in this bottom lane, though. There's a little... They're trying to pull him to the side. Keenan will be going back as well as Uther. Going for this bottom lane keep. They will be able to pick this up. Mid lane still up and available. Molten Core not going to be used, but they should have that with that heroic difficulty up and available. Top lane is going to be the next Punisher here. Want to scout it out. Top lane does also have the Shaman Camp too, and a decent wave pushing right behind it. Karth back from a couple members, and they're playing this so slow, so safe. Bun's gonna get a little bit of a start onto this. Jason on this. Hold on. This could be the play for the end. I'm just like waiting with like bated breath because it's getting way too intense at this point, because whoever ends up losing out will lose the game. I mean, a one team fight at this point will end it, because top lane is a win condition for the side of Close to Death, and so is bottom lane on the side of Revive Esports. Now, Fats in this flank position does see Red Robot going to get a little bit of poke onto them. Huberman going to be doing their best as well, just to keep the friendly team up and boosted out of there. Shrine activating. Bottom lane has some pressure from these catapults mounting, and it will continue to do that because it's every single wave. See anyone going back to deal with that? Doesn't look like it. The bottom lane's that's gonna need to be addressed like right away, because as I said, we're 22 minutes of the game. These catapults are gonna start really hurting. Do they just try and backdoor this on the side of Close to Death? Or, excuse me, Revive Esports? Close to Death. Okay, they're staying on this point. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out. That's also going to be the water elemental used. Everything is going to be happening. Ice Block is going to be achieved from the Jaina. That is the Wailing Arrow going out. Sulfur Smash coming out as well, but the X-Strike is going to be onto Keenan. That's going to be the Eye of Horus onto so much damage. That is also going to be the Divine Storm. Keenan is able to get into the Molten Core on the aggressive side. They have a huge hammer swing. Not going to be connecting onto many, I don't think, right there. That's going to be the core falling 60-some% on the left-hand side here. That minion wave did spawn, so it's buying some time. We do see the Genji and Ana going down, as well as the Imperius. They wipe these members, and now they need to go back and deal with their core at some point. You can see the feet are going there, and they wipe 3 members. You can see the rest of the team pushing up on this. Ragnaros is left on the point. They want to grab the Punisher and push in through top lane. Once they take out the Skeet, that'll be huge for them. Stun goes out onto JTR. I think they'll have, by the time everyone's back up, they should have enough time for defense against the Punisher, unless they just push past and the Punisher's just a gain on top of that. Bloodsplat going to be going back. Sylvanas is actually going to get the kill onto Jane in this bottom lane. Now they want to push up a little bit further. Do they have the position to steal a couple of these minions? Oh, they just step right past it. Banshee on the core. This core is going to be tanking a lot of damage onto them, and they just say, wait, hold on, that's a little bit too much. They steal a couple minions here. Bloodsplat taking some of the damage. We have 2 fights breaking out across the map here. Punisher isn't going to be finished out either. It's sitting at 39 stacks right there. Toss goes out. Red Robot and Huberman backing up. This, oh my god. That was a very clutch Molten Core Azul rules. I can't believe that Ragnaros landed that. I thought that was a dead Ragnaros for sure. 24 minutes into this game. Nobody wants to end this. Everybody is just shook. Top lane, they just said it's whatever. This is going to go over to them the moment we try and even go up there, so let's just try and maybe push through bottom and end. 61% on the core. If they try and backdoor this, it's possible, but it's risky. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for everything here, and it's just nobody's making the play that I'm expecting. Now they're chasing this. Double Banshees forward. Bun's getting some damage out. Those black arrows. I think they just possessed the wave that was just in front of them, so they need to clear this out. And now, it's like they chase them up into their keep front gate area, and they're just like, all right, let's back up. Let's push up mid lane a little bit. 23 to 23. Go ahead and get our next talent tier. 8 to 11 in kills. Top lane is really starting to stack up here. They need to respond to this soon. If they keep them here, Revive Esports are going to be falling as that. Yeah, it looks like they pick up the Punisher to go through top lane. The burst goes out into Sylvanas, and they tried to go in for the fight because they saw the Ragnaros on top. Divine Storm goes out, but the Indomitable is going to be used. JTR is going to be found here. That's going to be a nice Sulfur Smash coming out from the Ragnaros, picking up that kill. They send a couple members back because Genji's currently trying to backdoor the core. I don't know if this is going to work out here. Catapult on core as well. Grommen going to be coming in as well here. They're just going to race this. X-Strike goes out. Angelic Armament will be used. Diving onto one. Oh my god, this core is actually falling. They get the kill onto Jaina, but they end up losing their Genji here. It's just the Imperius onto this core, but they're just trying to race it, and on the opposing side, Imperius is going to be going down here, and the Punisher and 3 catapults, I think, are going to be taking this, and that will be game number 5. Going over to the members of Close to Death, GG's, well played.